Ruby, what do you want?
Hamburger?
Hamburger?
French fries?
French fries?
Fart.
Fart. Ruby!
What can I get started for you?
Ruby, what do you want?
Hamburger?
Hamburger?
French fries?
French fries?
Fart.
Fart. Ruby!
Snitch around here.
Oh wait, that was one of my favorites. Look at it's the little guy.
No. Who danced on the logo? We snitch around here.
The flashback to it is the best.
Oh, you danced on the logo.
I did a handstand.
You did a motherfucking
That nigga gonna do a handstand all night.
I wish
You can do a handstand all night, motherfucker.
Tell me this isn't a home run. Tell me, Lil Snitch in the house. What's up?
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Stop.
He loves a big girl 'cause she's warm and juicy and nice. He loves a full girl and he wants himself a slice. He loves a plus girl 'cause she's warm and loving and fun. He loves a large girl. It's heaven dreaming about her buns.
I'm with you. I want this guy to host my funeral.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He's just laying there. He's not moving.
And the Irish mule. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's fucking
Oh
hilarious.
my god. Bob's Kitchen. We catch bats so you don't have to. Oh, that was fucking funny.
Hi, I'm Vanessa from Vanessa Auto Sales. It's really Jones Auto Sales. I got this nice 2009 Honda, and I want 6,500. I changed all myself. Got up under the motherfucker and put the points in the plugs in the motherfucker, and it ain't for sale. Call me at Jones Auto Sales, Selma, Alabama.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh shit.
Go ahead, when you're ready.
Just a heads up, you guys got a creepy old lady out here soliciting sex for a junior bacon cheeseburger with no lettuce or tomatoes.
Stop it. I'll let my manager know. Can I take your order?
Can I get a junior bacon cheeseburger with no lettuce or tomato?
You are nasty.
We're doing it.
Good morning, good afternoon, get in here, whatever it is for you. How you doing? Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to BF Live 42. Here we are again, yet another Monday we are starting off. in the year of 2024. Today is March 11th, Monday. For those of you who don't know that already. Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm the man, BF Buffalo Bobby Fran, saying happy Monday and welcome to BF Live 42. I hope you enjoyed the liftoff reel. We got a lot of great stuff planned for you today. We got a lot of friends gathered in the chat, and I'm really thankful to have a really special guest here today. I want everybody to get to know a little better. A great bro of mine I know from podcasting, Andy from Ontario, is checking in today. You guys might hear little references. You hear him peek out the back of the Shuley Network shows and stuff. Well, he's going to come here today, and we're going to learn a lot more about him and get him to know him a little bit better. So, but before we do that, why don't we start off things the way we normally like to do, easy for me to say, and let's bring my bro in, let's bring in Scott Fitzpatrick. What's up, brother?
Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, guys. How's it going? Oh, hey, yes. That's very appropriate. That's especially appropriate today.
Oh, hey, guys. How you doing?
That's right, because we're going to put all the pieces together. If you don't know, that my boy Andy from Ontario does that. That's his Don Jameson. Just discount Don, right? That's a good impression there, ain't it? Scott, how you doing today, brother?
I would be doing a lot better if I had my hat. I feel naked right now.
Yeah, you were telling us about that before. Yeah, now wait a minute. You got to be like me. You got to have tons of hats, bro. I can't believe you couldn't just round up one real quick. But
I do, but I'm not home. I'm on a location.
On location. Okay. Well, I didn't mean for you to divulge your location, but how was your weekend there, buddy?
That's went pretty good. No filter. We had Jerry, I guess, had a seizure or something on No Filter, so we had to cancel the show.
Our boy Shepardini did?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Man.
I didn't know that. Well, shout out to him. I hope best wishes for his health. I hope he's doing well. We got the people checking in and all. And let's see. All right. Well, we're happy to be here on a Monday. We're starting off. We're doing another week, buddy. We're doing it again, man.
We're doing it.
You got your milk already, huh?
Yes, sir.
I got my water. Well, whatever you got, whether you got your water or your milk, we're glad to have you here today. We hope you want to sit back and relax. We'll be here for a couple, 3 hours or so. This is the BF Live Stream Show. That's right. We kind of take the best things I like about radio and podcasts. We mix them together and we do a little stream show here and have fun. And our bro is backstage. He has joined us early, and I feel bad having him just sitting back there stare at us. I can't really do that because I don't like doing that. So why don't we bring him in now? He was good enough to join us soon, even though I had him planned for the 1 o'clock hour. He's so ready to have fun with you. Let's bring him in now so I don't have to keep staring at him backstage. He is here. It's our friend Andy from Ontario.
Hey, guys.
We got it live, Scott. What do you think about that, buddy?
It's awesome.
How you doing today, Andy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, BF.
It's not only great to have you. It's great seeing you backstage. I don't know how you produce a show. So for those of you who don't know, this is Andy from Ontario. He is also one of the producers in the back. He's not the Frog. Everybody knows the Frog. Famously knows the Frog.
Not him.
Andy's a little more low key, but he produces a lot of shows. What do you produce? BS, right?
Yep. BS, Rico, and all. When we had some shows in the past few months, there's like 14 different podcasts.
Cool, man. Well, I'm really super glad you're here, bro. I think we bonded early on. You were nice enough to jump into some of the early stuff I did, like TGB when I got into podcasting, and always said hello. And I always listening to Miserable Men back in the day. And every time they go, you could always count on a call from Andy from Ontario or something coming in. So we're going to kind of dig into that a little bit, Scott. We're kind of going to take a little trip back into in the past a little bit. Yeah.
You do a perfect impersonation of Don or Don Jamerson. You did a perfect imitation of him.
Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate
it. Yeah, he does that one. Let's see this one.
Oh, hey, guys. How you doing?
So your favorite. And where's my other one? Oh, can't find my Smash Mouth. There it is.
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth. I like that. Smash Mouth.
Oh, hey.
Oh my God. Every day they're coming up with some new ones. And then, now they got mixes of the Frog saying your sayings and you saying the Frog saying. So everybody has a lot of fun with it.
And now the chat's changing their names. So when I'm saying, oh, hey, it's like, disgusting things to say.
Right. Yes. Oh, right? Go ahead. Guys, got it.
When did you discover you was able to talk like Don Jamerson?
Actually, he left a message on my machine. This is back in 2008 when I started calling the Miserable Men show. And I'm, of course, just a huge fan of Howard Stern. I'm a fan of Miserable Men. And I got to know Don Jameson when I was in studio for the first time at Down Sirius. They asked me to come down to be live on the radio with them, which was like a dream come true. It was amazing.
That's crazy.
So Don Jameson happened to be a guest as well that night. So we actually literally shared a microphone, got to know him. And about a month later, he called me about doing some artwork for him. And he left a message on my machine. So just by myself, I was just doing an impression of him. I never did it for anybody. I never did it on Miserable Men. It's just something I did to myself. And then organically, a few months ago, actually almost a year ago now, we had Casey Armstrong on Uncle Rico's show, and he thought I was Don Jameson when we were sitting in the green room. He's like, "Oh, hey, Don Jameson."
That was great.
So then I pulled off, I did the Don Jameson impression to the guys, and they all cracked up and everything else. And then they brought it up when we went live.
It's great.
Snowballs from there.
It's great, man. It's fun. It's a little insidey if you got to really know the guys and the history of the show. And like you said, the Don Jameson history, the kind of connection to the show. But that's neat, bro, because it sounds like you may be like me in that sometimes you just hear things and you don't even realize you're doing impressions of them. It kind of clicks with you audibly. So you heard that on your answer machine, and I guess you just kind of like fell into it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's funny.
It was very surreal, like after calling in the Invisible Men and getting to know the guys and stuff, and like I said, I was a huge fan. But within months, I had on my answering machine, I had Bob Levy, Shuley, Mark Burns, Yucko the Clown, Colin Quinn, Don Jameson.
Wow.
Jesus, this is like surreal. They're calling me.
Well, see, that's good shit, bro. And this is why you're here today, because I know you've had kind of this kind of contact with these guys throughout the years. And I think our stories are kind of similar in that you got known for kind of calling in, and then these guys kind of figured out who I was by chatting and stuff. So I feel kind of related to you in that way. It's kind of heady for us that, like you said, that we get to talk to like Bob Levy and interact with Shuley and all these guys. And now I've been lucky enough to do have interviews with like Wendy, the slow adult, they call her now, people like this, and Ask Napkin Ed. So and Shawnee, I do a show with Shawnee, the Shawnee Zone, which you happen to produce. So we're going to talk about it. Yeah, we do a show together. So it's great having you here today, brother. So I hope you want to sit through some of this. Like we have a normal thing we'd like to do here. We have a great chat family, as you know, bro. The chat family is the reason why I'm here and why any of us are really here and doing well. And because of that, and because they always come and check me out, I've made it a regular part of my show. I like to do something I call the chat family check-in, because I don't like ignoring them. I like making them part of the show. So let me find my little element, and let's do the BF Live chat family check-in with our guest, Andy from Ontario. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. I like it.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. We love our chat family here on BF Live. You're an integral part of why we're successful and why this is part of the show. So let's go right to the top right here, and we'll do it like we'd like to do. Buckshot Kid checking in going, this is crazy early. Yeah, I was ahead of the game this week, Andy. I know being a producer, there's probably variations with you too, bro, where some days you're ahead of the game and you make the link up well in advance, and then there's literally other shows where I don't make up the link till like an hour or two before the show, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You never know there's going to be a change, and you got to go with it.
Yeah, it's just very fluid, and people will be shocked to know how many times you really don't make or create a lot of this stuff right up to as the show going on air. We deal with a lot of this. But Buckshot Kid was earlier there yesterday when I made the link. Thank you, brother. Our friend Dave Daffler's checking in. Hey. Dave is a great friend and supporter of all of us. Happy Ramadan, according to Dave. Well, happy Ramadan to you, Mr. Dave Daffler. Greetings, sir. Buckshot Kid is saying, oh, hello, Dave Daffler. There you go.
Oh, hey, Dave Daffler.
Yeah, I like that one. I was liking it. Yeah, you're feeling me. Buckshot is saying happy Monday, BF. Buckshot, thank you, bro. You're a great supporter of BF Live and everything I do. There you go. I was shouting you back in the chat before. Another great supporter is our friend Jordan. Come on, how can you not have a good day when you got great people like this saying the best part of Monday besides being off? I'll take that. If I'm the next best thing to being off, I'll take that, Andy, every time, right? There you go. Thanks, Jordan. There you go. Let's say thanks, Jordan. Let's have some fun. Let's do it. And here, look at that, bro. Scott likes stretching it out. He likes checking in with the chat family. He shouted out Dave, Buckshot, and Jordan. This is the chat
Horns
family
up.
checker. Yeah, man. All about it. Yes, so. Horns up, bro. We'll get some great sound clips off of your appearance here today, I think. Let's see. Happy Monday, Scott from Buckshot Kid. Emergency, Mr. Doodle. Why is it emergency, Mr. Doodle? Mr. Doodle checking in. Hey, Mr. Doodle. Thanks for the promotion on Twitter and your great Jake Hudson impression before the show, man. That's great. If you check him out on Twitter, Mr. Doodle. Let's see. I'm got to put my goggles on for this one. There's a lot of words here. I'm here at the firm. We are talking about Spirit Airlines. Their stock is falling hard, heading towards bankruptcy. What they don't know is Jake Hudson is behind all of this. Yep, see?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, the Jake Hudson factor. This is Jake's adopted stepdad right here. He's got the Jake Hudson stuff. Shout out Jake. Jake's been killing it.
I shared custody with Bob Levy.
Yes. Jake has been killing it this weekend. He had Carl, what's it? Carl the Jokes, the comedian that he has on, often seen on Compound Media, and he interviewed a guy named Hake. So Jake's been killing it this weekend. Shout out to our boy Jake Hudson.
Yeah.
Let's see, Mr. Doodle getting the strength here. Late Jagoff. Wait a minute. Here we go. Once again, let me look at the time. 12:01 on the timestamp. You impatient buckshot. Well, thank you. That just means you're anxious to see me. We're doing it live. You know it.
We're doing it.
Scott Fitzpatrick knows what's up. This is my sister checking in, so she gets a kiss. And I say hello. Hello to my lovely big sister. Oh, hey, Kathy. How you doing? There you go.
Oh, hey, Kathy.
Nice. There you go. You got one, Kath. There you go. Everybody gets one. Let's see. Mr. Doodle says, at Scott Fitzpatrick, no filter. I can't stop poodling, and my butt smells weird. Wait a minute. Let's see. I got cream for that. Skip the countdown and talk about poodles, please. You're always anxious to get on with the show. Hello from Buckshot to my sister Kathy. Here's a great friend checking in, Scott. It's Psychosocial. What's up? 666 and bones up to Psychosocial and all my Perry heads. We're going to do a little Perry talk segment. I have another one prepared today. I got some clips and we'll share some stuff about that. Have a little fun talking about Perry. He's going to be on 4 p.m. Pacific today. I think that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7 o'clock your time. There we go, right here on the East Coast. Hello, Kathy from Scott Fitzpatrick. Storm E. Doodle hates her name. Oh, but that's her name. Oh, I get it. It's a song. All right. Well, Stormy hasn't checked in yet, but maybe she will later on if she gets a chance. Namo is Stormy E. Doodle. That's her Namo. Oh, but I think we got a song going on here. Please send Mr. Jake E. Doodle Hudson the link. Well, when Jake presents himself, I got it all ready to send. Look who's checking in, Scott. It's our friend Corn. Hello, Corn. Happy Monday to Corn. How you doing, Corn? Hello. Let's see, Mr. Doodle. Scott, is Jake Hudson okay? I can't get a hold of him. What do we know about this?
He's okay. He's okay. I see him. He's in the chat already. I see him.
He is. Well, we're going to catch up with him real soon then. Let's see, I've been waiting since Saturday morning, and you were late. Yes, Buckshot, you were the first one in there. When I made my super early link, you were super early, and I guess 1 minute for you is super late. Why are you not at home, Scott? Why? You have to tell the audience. Oh, you don't have to now, but if you want to disclose it, Scott, that's up to you, buddy.
I can't say.
All right, you don't want to disclose it. None of your business, Mr. Doodle. That's it. All right.
No, he's not
Mr.
at home.
I'm doodling.
Oh, doodling. He's on a special doodle assignment. There you go. There you go. Jerry had a seizure listening to Mr. A talk about how much he loves abortions. Whoa. You guys you mix alcohol and politics and Mr. A and all that shit, Scott. Is that what happened, brother?
I don't know why we only got 5 minutes into the show, but I mean, the first minute Jerry was hit the ground, man.
Dang, that's messed up. Well, I hope he's okay, Jerry Shepardines out there. But I know that him and Mr. A famously get into some kind of skirmishes on air, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Mr. A did trigger him. Shout out to the 20 people already watching us live. Whether you're watching live or after the fact, please like, share, and subscribe my channel right here on YouTube, BF Live. I certainly would appreciate it. It's absolutely free. Which is wow, hope he is okay, Kathy is saying about Jerry. Buckshot says Scott left for Pittsburgh. Oh, Scott Hat left for Pittsburgh. Got it. Good point.
Yeah,
and that's
being a dresser and a flamethrower.
Let's see. That's probably a sports reference for our sports fans out there. Scott is famously a Denver Broncos fan. He normally rocks a Broncos hat, but the reports are recently, Scott, sports heads, there you go, every Friday with my boy Andrew.
Oh.
Scott joins us. Yes, that the word is that Russell Wilson is going to sign a 1-year deal in Pittsburgh, so that's probably why your hat.
Really?
Yeah, that just came out today, Andy. They were saying that they were top on his list of candidates, and apparently they worked out like a 1-year deal. Is what I heard this morning. So maybe that's where Scott's hat did end up. Let's see. BF, can you tell Scott to not drink from a boot-shaped cup? It's mean to Jake Hudson. Wait a minute. Come on, man. Let me see. You gotta have a boot.
Think he's out.
Luke Scott Fitzpatrick, okay. Luke Scott, okay. I don't like that mug, okay. Oh, froze up a little bit.
Is that a Canadian thing? A boot?
A boot, yes, you should know that. Being from Ontario. Yeah, I have a shout out to my friend Bobby Nick. He's not normally here, but yeah, anytime it says something a little off or like a boot like that, I always think of my Canadian friend Bobby Nick. So, yes, I got a new Canadian friend here today. Mr. Doodle, that's not Jake Hudson. Where is Jake? Well, he's not here yet. Let's see. Hello, Andy from Buckshot Kid.
Oh, hey, Buckshot Kid.
Oh, yeah. Everybody get your sound bites ready. If you want a sound bite, if Andy shouts you out, you're going to get one. Andy, do you hate poodles and wish them dead?
No, I love poodles.
There you go.
Don Jameson. I love
gotta-
poodles.
Yeah, you said it's Don Jameson loves poodles. Yes.
I'm getting lost in the character.
That's okay. It gets a little blurry, doesn't it? I'm in
losing my
literal
identity.
tears, worried, flipping sick about Jake Hudson. Well, calm down. We'll get him in here soon enough for you. King of all diffs is checking in. What is up, King of all diffs? Let's see. Look at our boy checking in, Terry Nee. How you be, Terry Nee? Thanks for your great support and putting my picture up and promoting it, and you're putting your musical touch on it. Oh, hey guys, I'll be up soon from the lovely Stormy. There you go. So I don't have Jake for you yet, but we're gonna have Stormy checking in a few minutes. Thank you, Stormy. At Stormy, we have been discussing your name, B-I-N-G. Happy birthday to Terry Nee from Scott Fitzpatrick. Here goes the birthday celebrations. Shout out to the 23 people joining us live. Our boy Andy from Ontario is here, producer from the Shuley Network and a great friend of ours. Oh, hello at Stormy. And as Stormy's giving the love back, Mr. Doodle's got something to say. Andy, did you know poodles built America and that racist China people burn poodles alive and eat them? Did you know that?
I knew the second part.
That's a more you know, apparently.
I think they built the railways.
They built the railways. Oh, thanks, Scott from Terry Nee. Happy birthday. Here he is. He's checking in. There you go, Mr. Doodle. Don't worry no more.
What's up, guys?
All right, it's Jake checking in. Hey, bro, if you want the link, I got it ready to send you. Thank you. There goes the bots running. Mr. Doodle, there you go. There you go. Jake, oh my God, you're okay. Here, these are all different. I was so worried about you, Jake. Send Jake the link. Happy birthday, Terry Nee. Every week is Terry Nee. Our boy Bybee is checking in. Not only Cher has one name, but our friend Bybee goes by one name. Hi, Bybee. How you doing? Happy Monday, brother. Well, what's up, guys? Everyone, all good? So far, so good, man. Can't complain for a Monday, and if I did, no one would pay attention anyway. So let's see. No, says Terry Nee. Not the birthday thing again. Here's my bro checking in. It's Hack Ride.
Hack Ride.
Oh, hey, Hack Ride and Hack Riders.
Oh, hey, Hack Ride.
There you go, bro. You got a clean one. All right. And look at this. Scott's always checking in with the Hack Ride symbol, giving love to our friend Hack Ride. Terry Nee is thanking Jake for the birthday wishes. Terry Nee says, Jake, send Scott the underwear. That's right. Andy, I don't know if you know this, bro. We got a little thing going where a couple weeks ago on other shows, Jake famously promised Scott some 3-week worn underwear. He proclaimed he wore these underwear for 3 weeks and Scott wants them, but he won't send them.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
And Scott, what are you gonna? Should we even ask what you're gonna do with them when you get them?
I'm a collector of podcast memorabilia, scrapbooking my life. And when I'm at home, I got a wall behind me and I'm going to put it under glass and hang it on my wall because they are something to behold, I'll tell you.
Yep. I told him to put them in one of those colon boxes and send it in the mail. It's perfectly acceptable. Kathy says, yeah, my sister. Mr. Doodle's laughing. That's a good sign. Look at this. We got the lovely Sunday Jenna checking in.
Oh, hey, Sunday Jenna.
Boom. There you
Love
go.
her.
Let's see.
Hi, Joe. How are you doing, Joe?
I know you can't be too far behind, Joe. How you doing? Good morning, Sunday Jenna from Jake Hudson. Let's see. Jake, did I had it set up to send. I had it set up to send you the link, and then I think I closed the window. Let me see. I'll send it to you. There's the Ellen Spot running. Buckshot's giving the love from Hack Ride. King of all this is getting the love from Jake. Good job on your interviews this weekend, Jake. Jake was killing it, bro. I was talking about you. Sunday Jenna is saying hi to Jake. Jake is saying hello to my sister, to Mr. Doodle, to Buckshot Kid. Bybee is saying Scott ran out of toilet paper, so he used the next best thing, his hat. Whoa, there you go. There you go. His friend Bybee is a famously known on these shows as a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so these guys love razzing each other about that. Happy to see you. On socks.
Ran out of socks. Yeah, I ran out of socks.
Ran out of socks. Okay, yeah, white grass. Happy to see AFO with you guys today. Hell yeah, Sunday Jenna. Andy's our bro. And I think some people know him when he kind of sneaks out the back. He does his little impression, but we wanted to have him here and as a friend today and just hang out and talk. Let's see. Hey, Bobby. No problem, brother. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's click to the next one. And it says, Buckshot, good morning to Jake Hudson. Don't accept the link. Wait a minute. I haven't sent it yet, so there's no problem with that. I have some stalkers, fans I'm dealing with. Be up in a few minutes. Oh, boy. Well, Stormy's always out there on these. She's out there on these pods visiting other people and making friends. And let's see. Some are more friendly than others, I guess. A happy birthday to Terry Nee. Once again from Jake Hudson. The bots are running. Good morning, Sister Stormy. Terry Nee says, love poodle chicken. It's poodle chicken. It's poodle chicken. Let's see. There you go.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, let me go. Happy birthday, Terry Nee, from my sister. Here we go with another. Shout out to the great 29 people that are joining us. Please hit like, share, and subscribe on my channel, BF Live. It's absolutely free. Terry Nee burnt the paws of the enemies of the poodles. Poodles' lives matters. Stands with Terry Nee. BLM, you know. My muscles are so seriously flipping large, it's insane. You should maximize your pump. You should maximize your pump. All right, Mr. Doodle. We got you. Terry Nee, thank BF sister. There you go. Thanks, Kathy. Oh, look at this. Let's give him one. Oh. Good morning.
Oh, hey, Mason in Portland.
Boom. There you go. You get one too. Mason, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? We've got the man himself, Andy from Ontario, on BF Live, hanging out with us today, man. Happy birthday to Hack Ride from Jake Hudson. Jake spreading it around. Hugs back to you Sunday, Jen. I always appreciate your support. Thank you. Can I come on? Yeah, sure you can. Sure, Jake. In a minute. Let me get around to get through this and send you the link. Scott, sealed glass, I hope. Yeah, you're going to put it in like lucite or something, right?
Yeah.
Hermetically seal it.
Probably leave them out in the sun for a few days.
Ooh, let them get good air dried. Let's see. Yeah. When I first fingered Bob, I realized the world is all out of love. All right, let's see. Jakey, the demon, is a Cancer. King of all diffs is shouting out, Jake. Mr. Doodle says, I'm the biggest AFO fan on earth. I have his face tatted on my thigh.
Oh, hey, Mr. Doodle.
Yeah, a little disconcerting, isn't it? I don't know if you should be flattered or worried. I don't know. A little bit of both. Still no memberships. What the fuck is up with YouTube? That's right. I agree. They still haven't gave me the unlock the switch for memberships, but I'll have memberships as soon as they do that. Thank you for those that are interested. Dave Daffler, question mark. Stormy, question mark, from Terry Nee. They're all around here. They'll be it. Not this time, Terry Nee. Okay, the harassing people. Give me the word, and I can send Jake yeah, Stormy, please do. I had the window up, but I think I lost track of it somewhere in my mess of windows. So if you wouldn't mind sending it to Jake, you would save me a step. Thank you very much, Stormy. You can do that. AFO, have you fingered Bob?
Not this year.
Not yet. Well, the year's still young yet. All right, so for now, we'll check out with you, Mr. No, that's Buckshot about sending Jake the link. All right, so we're going to check back with you for later. But for now, that was the chat family check-in. That was awesome hearing from everybody.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right, we're back. Sean Riggle, wait a minute, he made a thread. He says, I just sent Jake the link. Wait, hang on, Sean Riggle. Let's see. And look, we got another friend, Andy, checking in. Look, it's Chelino.
Oh, hey, Chelino.
Boom, there you go. You get one too. Everybody's getting the old haze here. That's great, man. I love having you here for that, and it's great fun, man. What's good, Bob? See, that's what I love about this, Andy, is that we see so many of the same friends that hang out in the Shuli Network, BS Show Chat, right. Perry, all the shows that we enjoy, man. We go from show to show, and we see them. So the fact that they come here and enjoy this, it warms my heart, man. It warms my heart.
It's a great community. It's a great family.
It is, man. We're all so lucky, man. And just to kind of be like fanboys like we are, and to be working with these guys and be even sitting here and doing this now, it's an awesome blessing. And I really appreciate it, man. Meeting people like Scott and everything. All right, so why don't we do a next thing we like to do here? You know, you can get all your serious news from Fox and CNN and all that stuff, but the world's too serious. Everything don't have to be all serious all the time. So why don't we do some of the BF Live, not so serious news? Let's see what some of that is. That's right. We like to keep it fun here on BF Live. So we like to talk about current events, but maybe not so serious. Oh, hey guys, did you guys know that the Oscars went down last night? Andy, are you a big Oscars guy?
I am a big Oscars guy, but I missed it last night.
Did you? Well, yeah.
You watch it, yeah.
You guys are so famously on the air so much. You probably have challenges watching things live as they happen. But My wife and my daughters were watching it last night. I caught a little bit of it. I can't really sit and commit to it, but I saw some of the red carpet. I saw some of the things going on around it. So I figured we'd talk a little bit about that. A couple weeks ago, Andy, we talked about how these new drugs that are out there for other health problems, that Hollywood is using them for like quick weight loss things. Like Sharon Osbourne famously is using like Ozempic and things like this. They're using it as a weight loss drug rather than using it to control for its original purpose. So this is so much of a problem and so prevalent that apparently the company that manufactures this stuff, Lilly Pharmaceuticals. Let me find the video here. Let me click on it, and I'll play it for you. They played a commercial. They aired a commercial prior to. Let's see. That's the list of winners. No, I don't want that one. 1 second, please. Let me find the right one, and we'll be good. Prior to the show coming on, Lilly, the pharmaceutical company that makes these drugs, ran commercial about how you should use them properly. And I wanted to play a little bit of it for you right here because there's a bit of controversy about these stars kind of using this stuff for the wrong reason. So I'm going to roll this. Check us out. Get the sound to it. Come on, where's the sound? Here we go.
Smaller dress or tux. Taking aim at Hollywood's apparent embrace of weight loss drugs, Eli Lilly's new ad campaign, Big Night, suggesting those who use the medications for vanity are standing in the way of people who really need them.
People whose health is affected by obesity are the reason we work on these medications. It matters who gets them.
The maker of Mounjaro and Zepbound, writing diabetes and anti-obesity medications were not studied for, are not approved for, and should not be used for cosmetic weight loss.
I think it's quite unusual for a pharmaceutical company to come out with an ad like this, where they're essentially discouraging, certain parts of the population from asking for this drug.
The prevalence of the medications in Hollywood has become an open secret. Jimmy Kimmel joking about it at last year's Oscars.
Everybody looks so great. When I look around this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?
Chelsea Handler telling the Call Her Daddy podcast she briefly took Ozempic without realizing.
And I'm like, well, what is it? I go, I'm on semaglutide. And she goes, that's what it is.
And perhaps
So there you go. I'm not going to run the whole thing, but you get the idea is that apparently, yeah, I see somebody back there. I see you back there. All right, I'll get you in a second there, buddy. Yeah, so Andy, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like Sharon Osbourne had a shocking weight loss. She lost like over 45 pounds, and she stopped taking it, brother. You heard about that?
I did hear about it. Yeah. Now are they trying to say with that ad that only fat people should get this Ozempic?
Well, I mean, quite the opposite. Well, I think they're saying that because really it's needs for controlling your A1C and your blood sugars and things like this. And I think the side effect of controlling that is that you experience this rapid weight loss. And so the people that really need it for the diabetic purposes apparently aren't getting it as fast as the people that can afford it and these stars that are using it for kind of these other reasons. So don't you think it's kind of odd that a pharmaceutical company is basically like chastising the people for using their product? In a bad way.
That's the opposite of normally what they would do, for sure.
Yeah, it seems like that. It's almost like a preemptive thing, Andy. It's like, oh shit, we see what's coming. Like these people are going to start using this for the wrong reasons. It's like we better put this ad out there, like letting people know. Look, we said from the start, like don't use this, in a wrong way.
Right, right. I mean, I have diabetes, but my doctor wouldn't give me Ozempic because he didn't want me to go Hollywood.
Oh, hey, yeah, you don't go all Hollywood. Yeah, Andy from Ontario. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that because we kind of noticed that trend with the Sharon Osbourne story. And then when I saw this commercial, I'm like, well, that's really unprecedented for a company to say, hey, by the way, don't use our product. We need to sell our product, but don't use it. You figure they wouldn't care what any reason, but it's almost like they're being preemptively proactive about, maybe avoiding some public related PR. That's right. But we're from the lawsuits. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but I'm not the biggest Oscar guy. I think they're kind of lost in their own bubble. Although I did see some of the Oscar movies there. Andy, did you happen to see any Oscar movies this year?
I did not, but I'm actually curious to see. Is it Oppenheimer?
Yes, Oppenheimer. Yes,
Oscar.
Yes, yes. Let's go over some of them. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Yes, Oppenheimer won for Best Picture. I did happen to see Oppenheimer. I don't know if you remember the famous weekend that they both opened kind of together. It was like Oppen Barbie weekend or Barbieheimer weekend. Right. They were released, and our great friend Husey claims that he saw it thrice. He saw Barbie thrice. So
that's right.
Some things are better left unsaid. But here's a full list of the Oscar winners. Easy for me to say, and we'll go through it a little bit. Let's see. We'll talk about some of the fashion too. But yes, the Cillian Murphy, the guy who played Dr. Oppenheimer, he won for Best Actor. It won for Best Picture. I was surprised that Barbie, kind of a different kind of picture, was up against Best Picture against Oppenheimer. In the same, doesn't seem like they belong in the same category, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Barbie for Best Picture, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I
I
was
haven't
kind of
seen
like
it yet either.
Right, but it doesn't seem like it's something you would think can be in a Best Picture category that fits with like Oppenheimers and movies like that, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Emma Stone won for this kind of interesting movie. I've only seen like preview clips of it called Poor Things. It looks very cinematic. Have you seen any of the previews of that Poor Things movie, Andy?
To be honest with you, I have not. But apparently, when she won last night, it was an upset. They're expecting someone else to win the category.
Yeah, I think they were expecting the Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. They thought that she
Right.
was going to win, but this Poor Things, I've seen like previews for it, and it looks very like it looks like it's shot very neat and very scenic and very cinematic appearing. Shout out to the 30 awesome people here checking out BF Live, starting the week off on a positive note. We're doing the BF Live Not So Serious News with our boy Andy from Ontario here, and I see somebody hanging out backstage. I think I can bring him in. You want to come in now? Let's bring him in now. Whoa, is that a patient? Is that it? You know what? He's here. Everybody loves him. Here goes. It's Jake Hudson. Come on, Jake. What's up, buddy?
He's a narcissist.
What's up, guys? Oh, we got all the live clips being made today. Hey, Jake, look, we got our friend Andy from Ontario joining us today, buddy.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up, Discount Don? How you doing?
How you doing, pal? Good to see you. Good to see you, Jake.
There you go. You get one too.
By the way, Andy, you forgetting was also the producer of Legoland for a few times.
All right, you're getting ahead of yourself there, Jake. Yeah, we'll do a little. We'll get into a little more formal interview with him after I do a couple of this stuff. Shout out to the 33 people watching. So one of the things I will say, I do like being, man, I like some of the fashion and all, and some of the pictures that. So we got some of the women. You got Billie Eilish. You got a classic schoolgirl look, but this one. Look at this picture. This America Ferrera. Ooh.
Wow,
Strange, eh?
Wow.
They got Stormy's on here. They got Stormy's on
Look at Scott's got the laugh down. Nah,
No
but she
Ugly
was,
Betty there, eh, pal?
yeah, she's a couple steps away from Ugly Betty. Good point. Yeah, good reference, man. Yeah, that was like the first we got to know her through the Ugly Betty show, right?
Right.
But I wanna say this. I love that now companies have to like make ads just to say, hey, this is not for weight loss. This was for diabetes.
Yeah. Well, I think it's self-serving a little bit too, Jake. They're making sure they don't get lawsuits. They're like, look, we told people not to use this shit wrong. But there is a thing where I think, Andy, like you said, there's diabetics, people that truly need it, but some of these people that maybe it's not part of their medical package or their health care insurance, they can't get a hold of it as fast as maybe some of these people, more well-to-do people are. But there's Billie Eilish. She's rocking the schoolgirl look. She won for best song for Ceasefire. What's that, buddy?
Good morning, Ari. How you doing this morning, sweetheart?
He's doing his sideshow. Let's see. Hey, Jake, good job this weekend with your interview with Hake. And then you had Carl the jokes yesterday, right?
Yeah. By the way, I just wanted to shout out to Electra this morning. Electra actually got me a thumbnail for Hake. For the hate report, and actually,
Oh yeah, that was good. The Scooby-Doo thumbnail, excellent. Thanks to DJ Electric.
That was the.
Oh, that's right for the jokes to Carl. Jokes to Carl. My bad.
I gotta send you the one. If you're actually,
you don't have to.
I'll send it to you.
You don't have to. Oh look, here's Ariana Grande. Look at this. She had this big poofy shirt. Imagine trying to sit next to her. So there's some of the fashion from the show, and there's the winner of the Best Actress right there. Emma Stone looking good. Did you watch the Oscars, Jake?
Unfortunately, I fell asleep.
Or fortunately, maybe enough as it goes. Let's see. Yeah, so there you go. So there's just some of the Oscar happenings last night. I figured I'd cover that since that's kind of one of the popping things happening.
Check your Facebook, Bobby.
No, you check your Facebook, Jake. Let me see.
I sent it to you. I sent you the thumbnail.
That's cool. Let's see. All right, let's get in a couple more stories here, Jake. We're doing the Not So Serious News here on BF Live. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Let's see. In another news story, a not so serious news story, Balls Out Bowling event invites bowlers to bowl in the nude here, Scott. What do you think about this, buddy?
Balls out.
Balls out. Bowling in the nude. I'll read a little bit of it. It says Pennsylvania, Terry Nee might be part of this. A Pennsylvania naturalism group announced bowlers will be able to roll in the nude at its upcoming Balls Out Bowling. But that's a literal term, isn't it, guys? Balls out, no doubt. The Pittsburgh area naturalist group announced it has rented the Crafton Ingram Lanes in Pittsburgh for its Bowling in the Buff event on April 28th. You going, Jake?
No, here, hold on. I'm setting on my animes.
You're sitting on your enemies. What are you talking about? All right. So I just thought that was an interesting story. And try to get a visual of that, like trying to bowl naked. I don't know, Andy. What do you think?
There's something about people in Pennsylvania wanting to get naked. I don't know if you know this, but they have a cycling event every summer, and there's a story about it a few months ago in August.
Yeah.
And the people who wanted to bicycle nude, they're complaining that August was too soon because it was too hot, so they wanted to change it to September.
Hot as
Apparently, it's a
balls.
large event. Exactly.
Hot as balls, quite literally. Oh, look at it. Wait a minute. Look at Jake. Jake's working with his filters already, guys. Hang on to me. There's Jake Filter. Jake Filter. I got Jake Filter. Jake Filter.
Look at that production value.
I know. We don't mess around here. That's it. We got it all going here. Got face filters. We got balls. We got nude bowling. We got everything going on here on BF Live.
What do you guys think about what happened with SJ and Keanu?
Could you be more specific about him being a He-Man woman hater? What are we talking about, Jake?
Also, I saw a clip this morning from
Masturbating to her.
From Carl calling out both Keanu and Missy B.
I can't keep up. Save the drama for your mama, Jake. I can't keep up with all that shit, bro. Who's mad at who? That's okay. I just don't expect me to know what's going on, bro. I mean, it's fine that you keep up with it, but
By the way, happy birthday, Terry Nee. Happy birthday, Terry Nee.
Happy birthday, Terry Nee. There you go. Why don't we check in between stories? Why don't we check in our chat and check in with the chat family? Send Stephen Ashanti the link. Oh no. Let's see. FSN says King of all diffs. There you go. Mr.
I know what that means is and we do support the TSN in this channel because we have somebody that works right there with them. So we're not going to say that.
I think he was being funny on purpose. Either not, it doesn't bother us either way. Andy, Mr. Doodle says, do you want to go to Sears with me to get Bob a new bikini?
Yeah, we can do that. But as far as I know, Bob only wears a one piece like Farrah Fawcett.
Hi.
Wow. I yelled it. Oh, ignore that.
Holy cheat. That's Discount Don. Hi, Don. Big fan. See, I told you. Discount Don.
Two Canadian. We got two Canadian. Super chat.
Hey, Jake, let's try this. Let's Jake, let Don shout out Chelino.
Oh, hey, Chelino.
Boom. Thank you, Jake. All right. You gave him a clean one. All right. Wow. Are you flipping serious? You're making Jake E. Doodle wait. Wow. Stormy Doodle, we need to fight for Jake E. Doodles. You got to fight for your right. We got him. He's here, Mr. Doodle. Hello, says Jake. It's our bro checking in, Nimrod. Nimrod71. Some of you might know him as 2K, not to be confused with 2Key. This is 2K, his French cousin, Nimrod. How you doing, buddy? Happy Monday to you. Many drugs become alternative uses. Okay. Zyban for smoking is Wellbutrin for depression. Yes, and Propecia, I think, is used for like shrinking the prostate, and that I think that has that they figured out it can grow hair while you're doing that. Yeah, so many drugs do have some unintended or maybe intended side effects or things that work about them. Bib hates me because of my popularity. Wait a minute.
Dave Dabbler, $5.
Let me see. True, Terry Nee. That's right. Let's see. Drug companies don't want to get sued. That's right, Terry Nee. It does seem very preemptive, doesn't it? It's like, look, we know y'all fools are fucking up with this drug out here. So before all the lawsuits come in, we're throwing this little thing out there. And here we go. We're finally at one. Look at this. Happy Ramadan. Happy Ramadan to you, Dave Davler. Thank you, my friend. Thank you to the 36 people checking in on BF Live. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for the $2, buddy. Brian Kowalczyk's checking in. Another bro. Oh, hey, Brian.
Oh, hey, Brian.
Boom. Get your laser. Let's see. All right. This is great. Oppenheimer was so boring. Oppenheimer was unnecessarily long, in my opinion. Did you see Oppenheimer, guys? Any of you guys?
Not me.
I did not. And how long was it? Was it like over 2 hours?
Bro, all of these movies I've been going through, everything's like over 2.5 hours anymore. I think it's like they get this money from Hollywood and they don't want to give it back. So they just add all of these like extra scenes or something to these. I saw that movie. My wife wanted to see Argyle. So we went and saw that movie Argyle. Yet another movie, like over excessive 2.5 hours long. You know, it could have been done clean at one point, but it's like they just add these extra scenes to it. So yeah, it was kind of boring at parts, but overall it was a pretty good movie. Wasn't the worst movie I've seen. Mr. Dave Daffler agrees with Mr. Doodle that it was too long. Husey rules, you know it. Who's you got, bro? Fat man and a little boy was much better. All right, let's see. Terry Nee, Cillian Murphy is an amazing actor. He really did really absorb that role. He was really good as Dr. Oppenheimer. Played very well, I will agree. Uncle Jack, get back. Uncle Jack, shout out to the 38 awesome people in here watching us live. This is BF Live, the stream show. We have fun every Monday doing what we're doing. I'm backstage. Well, now you're in there. You're in the show there, Jake. You're good, man. Dave Daffler says, have you seen Stormy's movie? Neither has she. I got it from a drone. Hi-oh. That's not creepy at all. Not creepy at all. Let's see. Oop. Oh, look at all our great friends checking. Look who it is, Jake. Yo, you already said hello to her. She gets a kiss. It's the lovely Ari Jane checking in.
Hey, Ari Jane.
Gimme Bezos is has a different screen name. Fox 5 checking in. Well, hey, Fox 5, Gimme Bezos. Let's see. Oh, hey, Andy from Ontario.
Oh, hey, Uncle Jack.
Boom. There you go. Shout out. The people and the love. We're having so much fun today. Shout out to the 40 people watching us live already. Dave Daffler is saying hi to Uncle Jack. Uncle Jack is saying, hey, Dave Daffler, we missed you last night at the Shack. Scott Fitzpatrick says, Ari Jane. Oh, he always claims this. Scott is an armpits aficionado. Best armpits in the game.
I'm waiting on my delivery of deodorant. So
Jake's always. Do you have a list of all the shit you're waiting on for free from people, Jake? I'll say thank you, Scott, from Ari Jane for the armpit compliment. Terry Nee says, watch Breakfast on Pluto. First time I found Cillian Murphy's talent. Well, thank you. There's a recommendation because I can't say he was that familiar face. He was one of those guys that had that familiar face. Like I thought I saw him on other movies, but I really didn't place him in anyone. So maybe there's one there. A recommendation from Terry Nee. Watch Breakfast on Pluto. Uncle Jack is giving the love to Ari Jane. Dave Daffler is saying, Uncle Jack, I was born wrong. Well, I was at Born Wrong Ministries building a baptismal. Oh, okay. There you go. Born Wrong. Here today at Born Wrong Ministries. Let's see. Mr. Doodle. Daniel Larson is related to Bob Levy. I have proof. Let's see. Hiya. Oh, hiya, Uncle Jack. Let's see.
Hey, Poodle, will you stop with the? And by the way, will you stop with the cryptocurrency scams?
Cryptocurrency scams.
He's saying that we're going to give him 10 million crypto if he watched the show.
Well, let's see. Jake Hudson told me he wants to die and he hates me more than anyone on earth, and it broke my heart. And now Stormy Doodle hates her name-o, and everyone hates me. Fuck my life. Come on. Look, we don't need all the extra neediness here, Mr. Doodle. Okay, we're all here to support each other. It's not about you, Mr. Doodle. Let's see.
I'm still a doodler.
No, you cannot. It's all in fun, Jake. We're all riffing here and having fun. Nobody's taking this shit seriously, brother. Mr. Doodle, I'm literally the happiest poodle alive. I have freakishly large muscles. Nimrod says half two is strong. Mr. Doodle, Jake, did you hear my impression I doodle did of you? Do you like it? Do you still hate me? Jake, did you hear that on Twitter today?
I don't read any more of his tweets or don't watch a lot of his tweets.
It is a pretty good Mr. Doodle impression, I will have to say. Let's see. Dave Daffler's getting the love from Ari Jane. Terry Nee's got the song going in here. Says, got my heart broke last night. Do you still have it, BF? Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Shh, keep that on the down low, brother. Dave Daffler, if you build it, they will come. What is that? Wait, spell that. Okay, let's see. Buckshot Kid is saying hello to Uncle Jack. Brian Kowalczyk says, I'd have to be PA or Florida. All right.
Hey, I got some Indy Ontario looks like Vince the lawyer.
Who does?
Jesus.
Indy.
Please no. That's awful.
I'd rather look at a big black cock.
Thank you.
Same here.
Saul.
Let's see. That Vince Delora character, that was dead. It died a while ago, I think. Balls for balls.
The
The character's dead, Jake. Hey, Brian Kowalczyk. Buckshot. What's up from Uncle Jack? Yo, Dave from Brian. Dave Daffler is saying, yo, Buckshot. Uncle Jack shouting out Terry Nee and giving the. Let's see. Hey, Buckshot. Oh, hey. Yes.
By the way, we are at 10 minutes before the top of the hour. We're at 10 minutes before the top of the hour.
We got Jake Timer. It's 10 minutes before the top of the hour. You're watching BF Live 42. Like, share, and subscribe. S is stuck to the seat. Let's see.
8 more until BF Live 50. What we're going to do for 50.
Jake's going to get naked.
Scott's gonna get a bikini wax on stream.
Whoa. Sounds like he's been thinking of that one for a minute there, Scott. Terry Nee says, I'm gonna read it like you said it. I'm have a naked golf tournament. Okay.
Hey Terry Nee, you need to shave those feathers off before you do a naked golf tournament.
Really? Is that like a rule? Let's see. Buckshot Kid. Dave Daffler. Hey, Uncle Jack says, you are correct. People in PA like me love to be naked. Oh shit. I don't know. Please send no pictures. I don't need to know anything else. Well, look, I think she's ready. She's backstage. She's ready to join the fun. Jake, are you ready? Whether you're ready or not, your sister's coming. It's Stormy.
Hello. Hey.
Look at this, Stormy. We got a whole party here. We're lucky enough to have our great friend Andy from Ontario join us from the Shuley Network.
Awesome. Yeah.
And we got Jake. We always got Jake there.
Mr. Doodle is making me mad again.
Imagine that, Stormy.
That's okay. Just let him make you mad if you want to, or you can just ignore him, and it works out better that way.
He's still working on that. He's working on that.
What about the stalkers? Do you need your brother, the dinosaur?
No, I handled him. I can kick their asses by myself, Jake, but I appreciate it.
How you doing, Stormy? Were you out there on a podcast earlier? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I was earlier, but yeah, I have somebody who won't leave me alone, so I had to kind of handle that.
Yeah, because I was wondering, I said, when you said I have somebody messing with me, I'm thinking, well, what contact? Hopefully they're not messing with you in your personal life. So that added up to, I said,
trying to, but they
fuck.
can't figure out what certain things are because I told them false information because I don't share my real information on the internet like some people.
Come on, people. Yeah, so I'm sorry to hear that it's happening personally because I thought, well, at least at a minimum, you're probably out on a podcast and somebody was like razzing you or giving you a hard time or something.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that happens a lot too, and I can handle that.
Set boundaries. Set boundaries.
I did. That's why they don't have my real info. That's why they think they do, and they don't.
You know, Stormy, set boundary. Like take turns talking on podcast.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Hey, Stormy, what podcast was it? Let me guess. Mosh's podcast.
No. It wasn't.
All right,
it wasn't on a podcast, really. I'll explain. It had to do with it, but don't worry about it, Jake.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you're here. Come in the middle of the chat family check-in. No drama for the llamas, right, BF? That's right. We love the llamas on Playables.
Can we do a llama time?
Oh, we don't do llama time on BF Live. We do a piss break, and we play the cool-ass video that my friend DJ Electra made for me. We'll be playing that later on when we have to play, Jake. No drama for the llama. We got that. Oh, look, it's Cholino. Thank you, Cholino. For the generous. Thanks for the super chat. Does Artie in New Jersey write discount Don lines for TSN, Don?
No, but I would love it if he did.
That's a good question. Now, since he's up on this topic here, I think I know a sense of it. So, do you want to give us any insight on a lot of times they'll just throw to you, bro, and they'll go, "Oh, hey, Don." So, how does that happen? Are you always ready for it? Are you shocked? What's the balance of that for you?
Well, I'm usually ready for it. To go behind the curtain, I guess. I guess the first 4 months I was doing Don Jameson on my own.
Yeah.
And then Mike Morris asked, he goes, "Do you mind if I write lines for you?" And I'm like, "Well, of course." I mean, Mike Morris, look at the credits he has.
Yes.
And then when Zen came along, he's a great writer as well. And he'd write some stuff. So it's kind of a mix between the three of us, often what I say or don't say. But yeah, the spur of the moment stuff is usually me, and I got to come up with something.
That's great. You've come up with some great zingers all off the top of your head. I know, and that's why I asked you the question the way I did, because I have noticed the guys say to you, "Hey, Don, did you check Discord? Did you check this?"
I know.
And that did give me the sense that they might have been, hey, look, I got this would be a great thing if you said this.
Right.
It would
And
be
they
great
write
if-
some great stuff. I mean,
I'm
I'm so
sure-
happy they're doing that for me. I feel really privileged. And
That was Jake checking out. Lest anyone think I kicked him out. That's great. So thanks for letting us behind the scenes on that, like how the sausage is made. I like that. Jake checked out on his own. So there we go. Artie in Jersey. That's funny. That's a funny new name showing up. Ari Jane says, yes, beautiful Sunday, Jenna. FSE then. There you go. We're gonna need like a legend sometimes. Like Shuli alluded to it today because everybody has their own F this person, F these people with their initials. Sometimes they're like they're throwing hip slang around or they're abbreviating somebody's name. You never know what these initials add up to sometimes. So you gotta like FSE. Who's got this one? Shuli. What? I don't know what FSE is. Anybody? FSE? Shuli. No. See, there you go. Let's see. Hey, Sunday Jenna from Jack. Hello, lovely Ari Jane from Sunday Jenna. It's another friend checking in. Look at this guy.
Hey, Isaac Walmart.
Isaac Walmart with another bro checking in. Ari Jane is awesome. Thank you, Jake. Jake dropped out, but he knows Jay will drop in and out a couple more times before the show is over. Uncle Jack from Sunday Jenner. Mr. Doodle says, I thought Hack Ride was the other Tukey. Well, see, you're learning some shit here today. The other Tukey is actually our friend Nimrod. He hangs out with Wendy Pack a lot of times on Wendy's shows. There's the bots running. And look, oh, thanks, Dave Daffler. Thank you, buddy.
Well, hey, Dave Daffler.
Awesome, man. Well, there's a great turnout today. We got 40 awesome people watching live. This is BF Live Stream Show, so please hit like, share, and subscribe on my channel while you're here. It helps the algorithm, and it's absolutely free. I'd appreciate it. Happy Monday, guys. That's from Nimrod, a.k.a. 2K. What part of Ontario are you from, Andy?
Toronto.
Toronto, Ontario. Yeah. What is that greater
up here? Toronto.
What is that greater region? Jilly tried to tell me there. Isn't there a greater region they abbreviate up there? What is that greater Ontario, Toronto area or something like that? Or do I have my regions
Well, I
mixed
mean,
up?
Toronto's it's like a metropolis. I mean, it encompasses a lot of different cities.
Yeah, okay.
It used to be just Toronto itself, and then unless you lived here. But
She
it's
lived
like,
in a certain part of Canada, and she gave me like a name. They had like a nickname for like the whole general area. Like, yeah, but it's not coming to me right now. Sunday Jenna, I do with you with Bobby Nick. I expect you to know everything Canadian. Like anything Canadian, you must know. It's legally obligated.
I know, right? Yeah.
Jake's on those super chats. Yeah, he is, Chileno. A lot of times I never get to be surprised by a cool dollar amount because Jake normally goes ahead and reads it before I even get to it. But that's our boy Jake. I invented Ramadan to a police surely. This is a lie. I don't know, Mr. Doodle. Don't tell lies. Let's see. Sunday Jenna says, oh, hey, Dave. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Jake Hudson is throwing links out there for the Shuli Network. There you go. You're doing your job, Stormy.
I know.
Your job. You're the link person on this show.
I know. Go ahead, Jake.
Did you fall asleep? I'm not sure who that question is directed to. Let's see.
I don't know.
Stormy's drone movies are a 5-star. Did you hear this? That Dave Daffler has made movies of you with a drone.
Well, I hadn't heard it until today.
Well, we thought all this added up when you said you were having a problem with a person. Like,
Yeah.
some people thought it might have been our friend, good friend Dave Daffler.
It's not Dave. Not yet.
Not yet. Not today. Let's see. Sunday Jenna says, I haven't seen any of those movies. Yes, Jenna, and that's typical of me too. I'm not the biggest go out to movie people, but my wife is the movie buff. So, keep the wife happy, go to the movies and all. So there you go. Hey there, Don from Ari Jane.
Oh, hey, Ari Jane.
Space Chief 75. Hello, everyone. I didn't say hello to. There you go. Yeah, that's a tough thing. A lot of times I'm blessed. They were nice enough to give me a moderator chat. So I love to say hello to everyone in the chat, but it does get tricky because that chat is so busy, so many friends and so active. Sometimes I'm reluctant because I think if I forget one person, like say Mr. Doodle, somebody will get their feelings hurt. And also if I ever exclude anyone, it's probably because you just went by in the scroll. So shout out Space Chief. I always see him in all these chats. Great bro right there. Let's see. Hiya, talented Space Chief. Nimrob71 says he played Scarecrow in the Christian Bale Batman trilogy. I did not know that. Talking about Cillian Murphy. I didn't know that. All right, let's see. Terry Nee is shouting out. Uncle Jack. Mr. Doodle says, it's true. Sunday Jenna says, LOL Space Chief, that's the way to do it. There you go. Dave Daffler says, Scott! There you go. Terry Nee, ditto to Chief and everyone. That's right, say hello. Gimme Bezos. Besos is kisses. Yeah, beso mi mucho. Yeah, beso is kisses in Spanish. My new puppy smiles when she lets kisses. There you go. Oh, you got a puppy smiling doggy, huh? Besame mucho. I am choosing someone to.
Dogs.
I'm telling you. I am choosing someone to give Bitcoin today. I always pay out the winners, Jake. I don't want to hear that Bitcoin shit. Terry Nee says, that's so rude, Jake. Why would you say that about Andy? Oh, my goodness. Nimrob, time and weather with Jake Hudson. Yeah. Hey, everybody. What's up, everybody? Time is depressing. Let's see. Oh, hey, Stormy from Sunday, Jenna. And King of all divs is saying hello, Stormy. Hi, Ari Jane, and hi, Jenna from Space Chief. Uncle Jack saying, oh, hey, Stormy. Thanks for having me on the other night.
You're welcome.
You guys hang out on your show
fun.
the other night?
Well, it wasn't really mine. I was a guest on Marissa Sparkle. I was a guest on her channel, but they co-streamed it on my channel. That's how he found it.
Wow, my friends like you are so busy doing podcasts. It's really hard to keep up, but when I do see them, I try to share them. And I did see it like the last minute within a half hour of you going on air that you were doing yet something else again, the other night and all. So I caught a little bit of wind of it, but I didn't know that Jack was involved. But I knew you were out there. You're always out there. And they said you were like guest hosting for Marissa or something like that. I saw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
there
fun.
You go. Shout out to Marissa Sparkle and all of our friends over there on her
While
channel.
we're talking about Uncle Jack, I also like to tell him thanks for having me on his show a couple of days ago. I don't remember what day it was.
Sure, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I talk a lot and fast, buddy. Yeah, so if you need to pipe up like you did, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you're all right.
Shout out Uncle Jack. Stormy from Nimrob.
Hey, Nimrob.
Hey, Uncle from Space Chief. And Space Chief says, oh, hey, Uncle Jack, look at this. The lovely Ari Jane. Thank you.
Thank you, Ari.
It's a blessing that you're just here. And she says, love you, Stormy. You deserve the best. Thank you.
You do too, Ari. You do too. I love you.
Great friends, great community. I love cool ass people that love just hanging out and being cool with each other. Jay's checking in. Jay. Dave Daffla. Stormy, is my drone doing okay at your window?
I shot it down.
Oh, shit. I thought that's why she was busy. That's what he said. All right. Took care of that son bitch. Ari Jane, thank you. Oh, you deserve the best too. Dave, she shot it down. Don Rocks. Discount. Whoa, we got controversy here. Discount Don greater than the frog.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I would disagree on that. I know the frog very well. Yeah.
Well, and there's times I think it's so great when all right with the frog, we get it. Where Bob busts Joe's chops when they just when they're talking to shut up, shut the fuck up. That is just so just great and it's just a sign of friends and how you guys just get along and everything. I love that stuff. That's a shame. Jake checked out. He has the winner on my Bitcoin drawing. I didn't allow him to block people, so he thought I'm going to get the hell out of here. FUJ. Wait a minute. That's you. You can't say that. Don't be self-defecating over there. What are you doing there, buddy? You're self-defecating, shitting yourself. Isaac is the man from King of all diffs. Dave Dafford says, Stormy, just ignore the very low flying helicopter. Shit. Damn.
Can't make any promises.
Let's see. Mr. Doodle says, we all know Jake was not upset with me. He is mad at Andy. I don't think so.
No,
GTA.
he's not. Jake and I are tight.
Yeah. It's all about making that GTA, according to Chileno and to Buckshot. Greater. Oh, yes. Thank you. That's what I was going for. It's all about making that GTA, Andy. Yeah.
GTA. Right.
GTA. Yes. I thought they were talking about Grand Theft Auto, but they were talking about the greater Toronto area. Thank you for. I like having the extra brain cells in the chat here. Thank you. Dave Daffler. Thank you again, brother. Greater region. She's a mod here. Hello. Let's see. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks everybody for the super chats and the love just hanging out. What was it like to work with Eddie Trunk and Jim Florentine on that metal show? I like that question, Scott Fitzpatrick.
Oh, his background.
There you go.
Well, it was a great experience. I mean, Rolling Stone said it was one of the 50 best reasons to watch television.
Hi-yo. Yeah, so that was good. So for those that don't know, that metal show was originally a VH1 property. They kind of started out on VH1, right?
That's right. And soon we'll be coming back. Is That Rocks with Jim Florentine and the real Don Jameson.
Okay,
which I
so
helped
all right,
produce.
so I'm familiar being a fan of yours and Joe's and all. I know that Joe produced that show with Eddie Trunk and Don and whatnot. So tell me what you know about it. They're doing that show, but you're telling me they're going to do something else?
Actually, I'm the other producer on that show as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a fun experience, and Don and I are friends by coincidence or by chance. So yeah, it's fun to produce their show, and yeah, it's a lot of. If anyone watched that metal show back in the day, it's a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, finish your thought, please.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, I think on this version coming up, That Rocks, we're not sure if Eddie Trunk is gonna be on full time. He'll probably be popping in time to time.
Yeah.
He's a very busy guy. Does a lot of radio, a lot of television. You know, he's very deep in the industry. I mean, 40 years in rock and roll. Like, it's a hell of a career he's had. And Don and Jim, of course, are very talented, very funny guys, and they know music like no other. So it's a very good show. And we have segments as well, like This or That, and they pick their top six favorite bassists of all time, or six greatest guitarists.
Yeah, I like
and
that
lead singers.
segment.
Yeah, so it's a fun show to produce.
They all kind of compare notes on their favorite top 5 or 6 albums of or a particular person category. Yeah,
Right.
I happened to see the last one I've heard recently was where they had KK Downing on there from Judas Priest.
That was so great. I'm a huge Priest fan, so that was cool to have him on there. And
Yeah, you had me picking my brain and going through my memories of how many times I've seen Priest. I've seen Priest a lot of times back in the day, and so it's a shame that those guys aren't really together anymore.
yeah, it sure is. It sure is. But they got a good version right now. Like KK Downing, Ripper Owens is back as their lead singer, and they were on the Monsters of Rock tour as well. That just finished recently.
Yeah, I know that they're touring, and I think they're coming to National Harbor in my area, so I had a notion to go see them. But yeah, so I enjoyed hearing that, and he alluded to the fact that he didn't think that the on-stage product was that good or could have been better, which I found surprising. Don, I'm calling you Don, because I always enjoyed Judas Priest when I saw them live.
That's okay, brother. Well, no, I tend to agree with you. The original Priest is, where it's at. I mean, Rob Halford is probably, possibly the #1 heavy metal singer of all time. Maybe compared with Bruce Dickinson.
Absolutely, with that operatic style, that kind of power operatic style of singing.
But KK and Glenn Tipton, I mean, they're such a great guitar duo. They're so amazing. It's too bad
Awesome.
they're
So
not
yeah,
playing together.
so that was great. Thanks for that question there, Scott Fitzpatrick. He's like, I'll get a question in one. BF, don't shut up. I'll just chat it in. Do you get confused? What, Andy? Do you get confused hearing TSN?
I do, yeah. Up here in Canada, we have the Sports Network.
The Sports Network, right? The
Yeah,
Sports Network.
TSN,
That's true.
so, yeah.
That's true. What's up?
We'll be
never
we'll
thought
be
about
accused
that.
of ripping that off.
Ah, there he is. Why'd you leave?
Sorry, I had something
Internet?
I had to do.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
But here, by the way, I also want to, that's what Bobby said. Bobby says he doesn't like calling the Shuli Network TSN because of the Canadian TSN.
Let's see. They have to call TSN something else up in Canada. The Shuli Network. They have to call it something else.
Yeah, and we don't use the abbreviation. I mean, people say it, of course, in the chat and stuff, but it's always the Shuli Network.
Let's
Sorry,
see.
I'm now learning the calibration key again.
Oh, yeah. You know which one it is?
Yeah.
It's Control Alt Delete. Let's see. Brian Clauder. Good afternoon, you beautiful people. You beautiful people. You beautiful people. What's up? Let's see. Hey there, Dave Daffler, Clauder, Daffler. The frog is great, but don't tell him.
By the way, actually, one of my favorite characters is Discount Don. Fuck the frog.
Whoa! He's only. Go ahead, Andy.
I was saying, thanks, brother. But the frog is great. He's incredible at what he does.
Yeah, but
he really is.
By the way, here's the thing: I liked you better doing the producing because you didn't
kick Jake off the air like Joe does, so you already get bonus points.
Out of all the people, sorry, Jake, go ahead.
Brett kept muting me when I did Sports Heads. Brett kept muting me.
Brett, yeah,
Oh my gosh,
right.
yeah, that was funny though.
Originally,
Sorry,
he was blaming Joe for being muted from time to time on Sports Heads. I had to clear up with him, but I told him it was Brett, but he still kind of thinks it was Joe a little bit sometimes, I think.
Yeah, once Brett was blocking Jake, so we just had to get rid of him. So
there you go.
That was it. That broke the camel's back right there. We're like, you don't cut off Jake.
But the thing is, it's like, I've been a supporter of the, if it wasn't for the Shyt Network, I would have never met my friends. I would never met Scott, Stormy, or anybody that's part of this show. Also, if it wasn't, I would never met Bobby P.
That's true.
You notice there's one person he forgot to mention in all of that.
Yeah, he always does.
Did you know? I mean, I'm not like the redheaded stepchild over here, but I do notice some things, Jake. You know what I mean? Shit.
Bobby Friend. Also, shout out to Bobby Friend. Shout out.
Once again, you can't. It doesn't do no good to shout me out on my own show, Jake. I told Jake will love me one day. I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Stormy, I love what you did with the shower, says Dave Daffler. Balls Deep says, hello, friends. Good to see y'all. Give it to him, Andy.
I think my camera. I think my camera's acting up again.
Yeah, I think it's probably your internet.
A shout out
to Jake. Go into your settings and make sure that you don't have like the touch-up setting or anything on.
You got face filters on?
The only thing I have is how the hell you doing? I've been just fine with it.
I heard all of that, Jake.
Hey guys, this is like an awesome day. I know I can't say it enough, but shout out to the 47 people that are in here today watching BF Live, getting their week started off on a positive note. BF Live 42 stream show with our special guest, Andy from Ontario, producer and bro from the Shyt Network. We're just doing the chat family check, and we have so much chat family checking in that I can't get it done. And Scott always thinks that's funny. So let's see. Chillian is Discord. Let's see. Scott used to famously add like chats during while I was first started doing this bit. He would keep adding these chats and like making up things, and he's like, "Come on, people, let's stretch the bit out." So he kind of gets off stretching out this bit a little bit.
Keep him reading.
Keep him reading. High balls.
Hey, I want to also bring up something over the weekend. Did you hear that now?
What's up, guys?
I do have a little bit of wrestling history. A tag team, Mike Rotunda and formerly known as IRS, and Barry Windham are going into the Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame,
along with Muhammad Ali. Well, I meant to be applause. Muhammad Ali, Jake, is also going into the WWE Hall of Fame. But we're not doing sports right now. Mr. Doodle says the name-o of the game-o is poodling. I didn't mean to upset Jake. I'm currently hitting myself in the face. Jake, that's not supposed to be funny, but I guess you like it.
Hey, by the way, you know what? I really like Canada, but I got one question. I heard. Do you guys know there's gold in those heels?
Andy, there's gold in them there heels.
Yeah, there sure. And Britain owns most of it.
Oh no! Hey, one of the things that I've watched about Canada is there's shows about Canadian driving, like in the ice roads and stuff. That's what I know about.
Ice road truckers, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's crazy. Some of that shit.
Yeah, some of the crazy shit that they do, and but the thing is, my dad was a trucker for 55 years, and he says that some of that stuff was dramatized for the show.
It's like you. Like you're not really like you are, but we dramatize you for this show. Oh, hi, Jerry Lahane checking in. Hey, Jerry. How you doing, buddy? Ari Jane says he will forgive you, Mr. Doodle. And bro, thank you very much for your generosity and always supporting me. Yeah. Dave Daffler. Jake. Oh, somebody's gone again. We lost Scott that time. Hold up. He'll be back. Let's see. He is not. Let's see. Dave Daffler. For our friend Chris Abels. Get well soon, Shirley. Hi-oh. Don't call me Shirley. I hope you get well soon.
Bobby, did I tell you that I blocked
that you love me? What?
Boombastic Media. Did I tell you that yet?
You mentioned that in your personal life. Let's bring Scott back in. He's back.
I had to.
Jake said something to piss off Scott, so he went away. Let's see.
No. Owen is acting like a dipshit again.
Oh,
All right,
jeez.
save the personal drama for your show and your time.
I didn't tell you
How's
about those voicemails
I
that
don't
I
want to.
got
I
from
don't.
lately.
we don't want to hear.
Yeah, Jake, that's a you problem, buddy. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
I'll
I
let
hope
you
you
know
choose.
about- Sorry.
I hope you choose to pray. It's good for the soul. There you go. There you go. From Mary Jane. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, MC Hammer famously said, "You have to pray just to make it today."
Jake, I'll pray for Owen, okay? I'll
There
pray
you
for
go.
Owen, and I'll pray for you.
Stormy says, "Glad you like it, Dave Daffler. I only have a bathtub, though. You are in the wrong house." Oh, so much for that shower video. You must be stalking someone else.
I'm just
All
kidding.
right.
I have a shower, but yeah.
Let's see. It fit the joke. I understand. OL. Mary Jane's laughing.
Hey, do you need your brother to go over there and kick some ass?
In my shower?
No, that stalker problem you've been having.
Hey, it's not a problem anymore. It's solved.
Ooh. All right, our
what's up,
friend
Cowboys
Cowboys Mosh. Let me talk with this question, Jake. What y'all talking about? New Judas Priest song was just released on YouTube 1 to 2 days ago. Yes, we're just talking about like original lineup people, and
Yeah, this
we're being.
is one of the guys from some of the other channels that I've been visiting.
There's a guy
Mosh.
named Cowboy over there, right? Is that Cowboy or Cowboys
It's
Mosh
Cowboys
or Mosh?
Mosh, and this is Marissa Sparkle's. I don't know. Say boyfriend.
Significant other. Well, what's up, Cowboys Mosh? How you doing, bro? Yeah, we're kind of nerding out on like the members, the mix of memberships because we're old heads. I don't know how far you go back, but you know, I guess we're like longing for the days of Glenn Tipton, KK Downing, and on. I hate when you see like the old bands that are kind of not getting along, not together anymore, not what they were. So we're just talking about that. How you doing, Stormy? Not anymore. Thanks for the info. Okay, let's see. Jerry Lahane says, "Hi, Dave of the Dueling Dave." Massive supporters. Yes, great supporter. Thank you. Mosh is getting the hello. Scott Fitzpatrick getting the love to Mosh. Brian Clauder from Uncle Jack. Jake, be nice. Oh, see, she's telling you. Well, it's Sean Riggle checking in. The frog kind of looks like a Calabastic serial killer to me. Hey, you know, it happens. It happens.
By the way, I love what Andy was saying that Mike Morse and others are feeding him lines to say on the Shirley Network.
Yeah, so you learn a little bit behind the scenes, a little bit how the sausage is made there, Jake. That I know I could tell sometimes. I'm like, sometimes they just hit Andy out the blue, and I'm like, oh shit, like what pressure that must be, bro. To like just have to click your mic on when these guys are riffing, and you're kind of, I'm sure your mind is preoccupied with producing shit, and then you got to go, oh, I got to be on. It's time to be on like that,
right?
You know. And so for the times that they've hit you, brother, you've come up with some good shit. I have to say.
Thank you.
What was your favorite line you ever said on the Shirley Network?
Probably during Hanukkah, I mentioned something about a girl sucking on my Hagashana. That seemed to go over pretty well. It's been hard to top that one.
What's up, Alice? How you doing?
Oh, there goes Jake reading ahead. Jerry Lahane says, is he doing a Mike Morris imitation, or is he the invisible guy on BS? It's kind of I guess you're kind of more the invisible guy, aren't you?
Well, I am, yeah. I mean, even with the Don Jameson voice, I usually put a Don Jameson picture in front, right? Like if I go on, with the guys for any reason or any bits or whatever. So it's usually not me like this,
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you put up like the animated Don Jameson, or you just put up like, that picture that you got. Yeah. So that's why I wanted you on here, give some props and like let people know what's going on here. Balls deep, give them the love. Jerry Lahane says, Jake's faint laugh, Scott. That went borderline maniacal. I just want to know the backstory to that video posted on Public Freakouts. I'm not familiar with that one. Could you elaborate? Balls, getting the love. Jack Chalino, what's up, my first? Balls deep is shouting out Stormy. Codes, maybe that's Toads. Let's see. King of all dabblers. Let's see. Balls deep is in the house from Uncle Jack. What's up, Balls deep? How you doing? First 30 viewers. Right now we have 47 now. We got 46, 47, Jerry Lahane. You don't know. This is the BF live stream show, and people are here because they want to see our friend Discount Don, a.k.a. Andy from Ontario, smoking with cigarettes, doing bad things. Just kidding. Happy Monday, you fun lovers. Fuck you. Balls deep, getting love from Mary Jane. And Dave Daver, so generous, bro. Thank you. I love at Stormy. Tony Beats. Tony Beats.
Tony
Let's see.
Beach is if I'm correct, he's the guy from Gold Rush. He's the Viking from Gold Rush.
Very good. Well, thanks for the reference there, buddy. I like the Toronto area. They sound American, says Terry Nee.
Yeah, they do for the most part.
Have you ever met Ed? Have you ever met Edge? Andy?
Have you ever Edge?
No,
the
I've never met him.
professional
A friend of mine went to university with him, but that's as
Adam
close as I know.
Copeland. Adam
That's right.
Copeland.
Yeah, he was into broadcasting for a while before he got into the wrestling scene.
That's cool.
Everybody doesn't know that Adam Copeland is actually from Toronto. Adam Copeland and Christian. I don't know Christian's real name.
It's Christian.
Yeah, I can't think of it right now.
It's Christian Cage, isn't
Right.
it? No.
Yeah, but not his actual name.
Yeah, but Andy, you are kind of, I've kind of noticed between the cracks. I don't know if you proclaim it or you claim it, but you are kind of a wrestling head, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I love wrestling.
I've heard every time it comes up, you got some good references and you have some good memory of some good matches. I think just last week you guys were talking about some wrestling. I remember you.
Yeah, I
talking
actually
about it.
shared a little video clip there when King
Yes.
Kong Bundy and Big John Studd attacked Andre the
Yes.
Giant.
And they were like,
and then when they were leaving, I got up on the I kind of got up on this little speaker that was there, and I was giving them the finger. I was ready for it.
I actually have the name. It's William Jason Reso.
That's Christian's real name.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll look up his driver's license now. Let's say, but Andy, that was funny when you put yourself in the crowd. You had yourself in the crowd. And you had the little arrow, and they go, "Where the fuck are you at? Where are you?" And you had the little arrow on your head, like, "There I am. I'm right there." So I did see your little your picture, man. So yeah, you're a wrestling fan. All right, they like the Toronto
We got
area.
a question. We got a question.
I always
for
thought
Andy
Ice Road
is,
Hookers would have been a good spin-off series. Yeah, Ice Road Lot Lizards. Girl sitting out shiver on the road. Pick me up, motherfucker. I'll suck your dick. Come on, motherfucker.
Actually, a lot of those places there in all those villages are actually in the middle of nowhere.
Absolutely.
There's little to no places to get fuel, or and I see a lot of these people. You wait for days for people to you'll even the walk miles just to get to a phone to call the company to come pick them up.
There's the audio version of Ice Road Truckers from Jake Husdon on BF Live. There you go. All right, there's the audio version. You don't have to watch it now. Alice at 28, Alice 333, showing some love. Jake already said hello, but I'll say hello to you now that Jake's giving me time to get to it. How you doing, Alice? There you go. Right on, everyone. Cheers. What's up, Cowboys Mosh? You know what's up. What's the difference between a nun kneeling in church and a hooker kneeling in her bathtub?
Probably the cock.
Okay. Oh, we'll get the answer to that later. Jake's still singing.
Right.
Stormy, Scott, and Jake from Alice getting the love. Ice Road Hookers would be cool, Mr. Doodle says. I invented video games. Did you, Mr. Doodle? Were you doodling around?
Mr. Doodle, don't say you invented video games. You're not even that old.
Let's see. Yo, Uncle Jack from Brian. BF Unsolved Mysteries. When? We'll have to get around to that. Mr. Doodle wants to watch Unsolved Mysteries. He says it's public domain and we should watch it live together. We'll have to get together and do that. Let's see. Bosh, you're active today. Glad you're doing great from 28 Alice 333. Nice to see you. Some friends over here. Mr. Doodle, are you at Planet Fitness? Poon Man's checking in. Poon Man.
You're a narcissist.
Jake, oh dear. Yes, Jake is here. Here's the answer to the joke. The nun has hope in her soul, while the hooker has soap in her hole. Hey-o. There you go.
Uncle Jack, you're a narcissist.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll just have to get a recording of that, so you want to say it so much. Poon from Daniel, from Dave Daffler. Mosh says, still going, Alice, but when I do sleep soon, I'm sure I'm going to be out here. Well, it's good to be everybody's here.
Narcissist.
All right, you said
Please
that.
do not quit, Jake.
I know. Let's see. Bowles, what's up? You got to come with another line, bro. Big Poon, Mr. Doodle, Dave Daffler. No, but I invented Planet Fitness. Well, damn.
Mr. Doodle, you're a narcissist.
Come on, Jake. Alice and Stormy forced me here. Final answer. LOL. Well, whatever it takes to get you here, Mosh. Whatever it takes to get you here, brother. I'll take it. Jesus Christ, Jake.
Mute Jake. Okay.
Bye, Jake.
We love Stormy. Parker Schnabel.
Who's that, Jake?
He's one of the other people from Gold Rush. He's the young guy. He's one of the. He was actually on the first season as a firewood guy. Then in season 2, his grandpa gave him the mine only at the age of 16.
You don't have to go into that much detail. Thanks.
and then he wore green underwear on Friday and red ones on Saturday. And then he ate cheeseburger on Monday.
By the way, I am not shipping you my underwear. When I come to Illinois,
I hope you threw them away.
What's up, guys?
When you come to Illinois, are you coming to see me?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, you can spend a couple of nights with me.
And Stormy's like, no, she don't even want to know where the state is. Hey, we got a question from Buckshot Kid for our friend Andy. And Andy, are you going to start back up your YouTube channel?
I actually just put it back up recently. It was kind of a private site for a while. I just kind of put some animation up there and a test for a Howard Stern TV show back in the day. But,
awesome, bro.
Yeah, if you want to go to Andy from Ontario on YouTube, you can check out some of my stuff.
There you go. Thanks for the question. I hope you get some love. Go check out Andy from Ontario on YouTube.
Hey, by the way,
okay.
Wait a minute. Let Stormy talk, Jake. Go ahead, Stormy.
Okay. So I'm younger because Scott's my dad, so I didn't listen to Stern as much as you guys did, but I'm friends with Wendy now. I'm learning about her and listening to old things and clips and stuff I find, and she doesn't necessarily have the cleanest mouth in the world, but there's been times where she's talked and it's become like some sexual language and different things on clips that I've heard and different stuff like that. So that's not new. That's always been a thing, right? Where she's kind of
Yes. It's the questions that Howard Stern would ask her, and no matter what it was, she'd always answer yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people, like my stalker, and others that are friends with this person, claim that people that she hangs around with now
Don't you
made
love
her
that?
this way.
Don't
Yeah.
you love that?
Yeah.
This woman, she's a seasoned pro. Go ahead, Andy. You have something to follow up on that?
No, I was going to agree with Stormy. I mean, Wendy's been around for so many years now. I mean,
Yes. Yes, and I was about to say that at this point, Wendy is, by everyone's estimation, a seasoned pro in this business, and there's probably no angle that hasn't been thrown at her live that she hasn't responded to. And Andy and Scott, I used to love when Howard would say, and we're going to have sex. When yes, and then I'm going to do this to you, and she go yes. And how many times? Yes, Scott. And how many times did she nail it, Andy? Like the perfect timing. Like she always had the right answer at the right time.
That's right. And the answer is usually yes.
Yeah. I'm going to take your diaper off, Wendy, and I'm going to fuck you. Yes, Howard. Yes, you can do that. Yes. So, and that's another Stormy. I think that's a great story, man. Thanks for bringing that up. Not only to kind of set the record straight. That's kind of why we're here today, and we've talked about this privately, in that this is a great kind of new universe that we're part of. All of these new people that never listen to Stern, like you, they maybe didn't grow up on it. It wasn't your time frame, but you're getting introduced to all these characters. Our friend like Andy, you hear all these references. All of these Wendy the retard, all these things. But that's why I like kind of pulling it back in and letting people really know kind of the history about this and setting the record straight. So I'm glad you shared that story with us today.
Yeah, I did I was on a channel with Wendy where some people were, getting her to say things and things were going, a little crazy. And there were times where I was like, Wendy, don't, and different things like that. But Wendy has her own mind. She knows more than people think too. And she's smarter than people think.
Yeah, right. The people that are, she's likely smarter than the people that are pitying her. And how many times has she started on her own, like with Bobby Nick? Hey, Bobby Nick, I'm going to come over there and you're going to do this to me and you're going to do that to me, right?
That was part of what happened too with some of these people, and I don't want to name names, but if you're watching, you know who you are.
I think they know what's going on.
Yeah, they think that Bobby Nick is some certain way towards her. No, she does this. She does her own mind.
Well, hopefully for stuff like this, and really go back and watch Howard Stern and know your history before you give people shit, and know that Wendy is a pro at this, and she brings it cruder than like some of the other people on. Andy, a couple of months ago, we had I was lucky enough to have Wendy here on BF Live, thanks to her getting to know Stormy, and we reviewed some of her old footage, and she used to like mix with Gilbert Godfrey on the air, like the big ones, bro. You know? The big ones.
Yeah, she's big time, and the celebrities love her. They treat her like a celebrity.
They absolutely do.
Anyone really connected with Howard Stern gets that rub.
So lest anybody want to have a pity party for Wendy or think that she's being exploited or made fun of in some way, Wendy's been through all this shit, and she's been in this game deeper and longer than any of us, and she can take way more than any of this shit that we've ever ever put out to her. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thanks for that sharing that story, Stormy.
You're
There you go.
She makes me twerk every time I come on her. Makes me come on
Oh,
her show,
well,
makes me twerk.
that was something that somebody asked her to do that was on that channel that night.
Hey, Scott.
I advised her not to, mostly because I didn't want her to fall, because you
True.
know you've seen how she gets out of that wheelchair now, and it looked like she was gonna fall.
Yeah. She got on the air and she go, hey, unprovoked. Hey, Scott, when you going to show me that sweet ass of yours, Scott? When you going to start twerking for me, Scott? But here's a little example of some stuff she would do back in the day.
I feel like eating myself up. I feel like cutting my legs off. Just let my dog rape me. I want the power!
Yeah, exactly.
I want a power!
It's a classic, right, Andy?
Absolutely. One of the greats.
I'm going nuts! I'm hungry! Come on,
good interview.
somebody rape me, guys, and damn it!
There you go. Oh, I got a little loop. There you go. That I would love when they would play those things on the show, Andy.
Oh yeah, me too.
That's great. You just can't beat that shit.
Are we gonna get copyright claim for that?
No.
If they do, I'll send the bill to you, Jake. Let's see. I'll send the YouTube police right over to Jake.
How many times have Andy? I have a question about how many times have TSN got copyright claimed for stuff that they played on their show?
Jeez, Jake.
Jake's my personal copyright police there, Andy.
Usually our copyright claims have been something that we've played from another, like from something from television that has like the watermark up. Like BBC is big that way.
They got me a couple weeks ago.
Yep. But if you play it on our station, it's
Yeah, I talked about this with you privately, Andy, and we're going to get into how we talk privately. But yes, the BBC a couple of weeks ago, Scott, when I did that report of the Super Bowl guys where they rounded up the guys by promising them Super Bowl tickets, they rounded up the criminals. That was a BBC or originated report. And the minute I got off the air, I got us saying something that BBC took down your whole broadcast all over the world, because over in the UK and Europe, they give them that right, Andy, right? They give the rights holders the right to just take your shit off of the air. It's just gone.
Yeah.
So you got to go back in WWE stuff, BBC stuff. There's certain ones, Jake, that you just know that you can't fuck with.
I know.
But they got me
I know about.
couple weeks
Listen,
ago.
the thing is, you could also
Here's the deal.
If you're talking about the Super Bowl ticket thing, you can actually find stuff that. That's the reason why I like Rumble better than YouTube. And TSN's got to do some more. Sorry, the Shirley Network has got to do more stuff on Rumble because it's better for them to play clips over there.
You can get away with more. 28 Alice 333 says the only place I force anyone crazy is crazy or over a cliff. There you go. Did you have something you want to add to that, Andy? I'm sorry.
I was going to say the Shirley Network. We have something coming up on Rumble, so stay tuned.
Well, when is the Shawnee Zone tonight? Shawnee Zone?
Shawnee Zone is tonight.
He's just getting ahead of everything, isn't he, Andy? Yeah, so we're kind of in the middle of doing a lot of things. I'm having a great time hanging out and talking with you, and I'm glad everybody's mixing it up with you. So I'm gonna get into some of the pictures that we talked about. Let's get into some of that since we're talking about all of it. I'm 79 years young, says Mr. Doodle. Cool man's laughing. Uncle Jack saying, clip it. Isaac Walmart says, Uncle Jack, I heard somewhere you're a narcissist, Jake.
Uncle Jack, you're a narcissist.
Got all the sound bites going on today. I just told Jordy Jordan, a.k.a. Wings of Redemption, to have you on his podcast, Jake.
I saw that, and it wasn't for his podcast. It was for Keemstar's podcast, Locale Live.
Okay,
Basically,
NFG. See Shawnee tonight at 9 o'clock East.
Yeah.
Daniel's laughing. So let's get into this a little bit more. These chats I can't keep up with. Gold Rush Hot Guy, Schnables Parker. Nimrob says, Jake's underwear walked out on their own.
BF is never going to reach the end of this chat.
Andy from Ontario. I used to ghostwrite for Stern in 93 to 95. Remember our friend like Jerry? He's on here saying this a lot in many of the chats. If that's Andy's YouTube link, it doesn't work. All right, we'll try to see if we can get you a fresher link.
That link that the people are posting is Andrew's link. Andrew the Giant. 96.
Oh, the nun punchline. Let me find it for you. What's the difference between a nun kneeling in church or a hooker kneeling in her bathtub? And then Uncle Jack says, The nun has hope in her soul, while the hooker has soap in her hole. Hey-o. There you go. Second time around.
That's not funny.
It certainly is. Oh, hey, Andy from Daniel Poon.
Oh, hey, Daniel Poon.
Daniel Poon, you're a narcissist.
Cowboy Mike says still going, Alice. But when I got that one. I went way up high again. I forgot I went up. There's old messages.
Sorry.
Wow. Let's see.
By the
All
way,
right.
I just want to say that he's got the hey guys, and I got the you're a narcissist.
Okay.
Just an update really quick while you're trying to get your comments together. I just got a text from Jerry and he's doing okay. And he's got an appointment with the doctor.
That's good. Shout out to our boy Jerry Shepardini. Scott let us know that he kind of passed out pretty soon on your show the other day, huh, Storm?
Yeah, it was the scariest moment ever on YouTube for me.
Yeah, we've already lost a friend. We don't need to lose any more. I have been going on Wendy's show a lot over the last 7 months as myself and 2K. She is definitely smarter than people think, and her potty mouth is all hers, no one else's. There you go. Another guy that's on with Wendy a lot. Thank you for backing that up. BBC is big that way. He says, hello, ho. Fun fact, Jeopardy music is I'm a Little Teapot. Yes, we know that. Or let's see. Nikki. Oh, shit. We got some daytime Nikki going on here. What's up? Did you see us on Replayables last Friday? Me and Nikki had the great time on there. Thank you to Nikki. Let me give her a track right here.
Wop, wop, wop. That's some wet ass pussy.
Nikki, we had a she was she had a great time on Replayables the other night. Our boy Chris Abels is out having a little procedure going on, and so I said, who can I get to sit in? I said, I get my girl Nikki. She is one of our many queens, but she is the queen of Replayables, always shouting us out in the BS show chat and all the other chats.
Yep.
How you doing, lovely Nikki? WWE is like that. I found that the hard way, Jack. Yeah, you do, bro. You put anything WWE or BBC up, your shit gets taken down right after the show. No doubt. 28 Alice 33. You get why I talked about that, right? Stern fans know Wendy. That's right. Yeah, I mean, people should really get their shit straight before they just go accusing people. Hey, Nikki girl from Uncle Jack. Dave Dathler with the love. Nimrod says, for instance, one night Wendy went on about how she had a dream that she had a four-way with Tukey, Cardiff, and OJ. Feel free to work out the logistics of that one yourselves.
Exactly. And she just comes up with this stuff right off the top of her head.
Right.
There's a dream she had about me being a maid and Bobby, Nick, and her, and I'm like, what the heck?
Right, Stormy. So when I hear somebody, when you describe that story, that tells me that somebody that has almost zero knowledge of Wendy and her background, or they would just know instantly that she has that mind of her own.
Yep.
So
He
there you
thinks
go.
it's white knighting, I suppose, or something for her.
Check
and
that.
He's just
check
looking
that
like an
again.
idiot.
Device is not connected, it says for Jake. He'll be back. I invented bicycles. Okay. There you go. Got a lot of creative, inventive people in here, man. I'm telling you. Let's see. BF is never going to reach the end of this chat. You son of a bitch. I told you, and he loves this. I'm still, let's see, learning from you guys. YouTube is such a ripoff. Let's see. Nikki, hey, Uncle Jack, Dave getting the love. Flick the bean button. The Borgata has a thing for issuing copyright hits. There you go. Dream Man checking in. Hey, what's up, Dream Man? How you doing? 666. What's up, Dream Man? We have our friend Amy from Ontario that joined us on the show today. Mr. Duo invented ghostwriting. Dave's getting saying thanks. Nimrod says, absolutely, Stormy. She likes getting a reaction when she talks about it, and she learned that from the Stern Show. She learned that, Howard's like being salacious and he's being sexual. And she knew that it gets good reactions. Another great friend checking in, Belt Loop 29 Homestead. Sup, BF Live Bobby. Sup, panel. Sup, chat. Nikki got the love. Wrote a little teapot song. Nikki's dancing. Buckshot saying. Jake is waving. Hey, Belt Loop. Jerry Lahane. Borgata and other clubs pay those copyright shysters. Speedy recovery, Jerry. Nikki's giving out the love. Sup, Nimrod. Is Nikki still on probation? 31 from Justa. I try to avoid looking up BBC. That is true. That's a not safe for work topic. My sister Kathy says, my girl Nikki, she was tore up from the floor up. I love her. Yes, she was. Nikki brings it. She could drink me under the table easy. I'll give her a challenge for the smoking. Let's see. She's laughing. I had a dream. You guys are doing the best so I don't catch up with this. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's do that. I like that. I like what I'm seeing. So yes, I have so much more fun stuff planned. I got so many great chats, but sometimes on these things, you just got to take a little piss break and all. So I want to take this opportunity to play a little video here. Scott, right? We're ready. I think we're ready for a little piss break, y'all. So don't go anywhere. Shout out to the awesome 43 people. We're nowhere near done yet. We're going to take a little piss break. I'm going to run my piss break video, and I got some great pictures and some more great background I'm going to share with our friend and our guest, Andy from Ontario, right after this piss break video. Check it out, y'all.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I know you touched your pee-pee too. There it is, folks. That was the piss break. You're watching BF Live. Shout out to the great DJ Electra Fry for helping me, for making that video for me. Check her out on Tuesdays, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock East, on her show, Catch 22. Catch her tomorrow night. All right, so we got our boy Andy from Ontario here, man. It's great hanging out with you all this time, bro. I appreciate it. I kind of had you segmented out, but you came here early, so I'm glad you're here for all of it, bro. So it's great hanging out with you. Now, I really want to get into like this pictures and really talking to you now. I could go in a lot of directions, but I want to show some of this stuff. So our boy Andy from Ontario I first heard from him from listening to Miserable Men and the Stern Show things, and they would always refer to this Andy from Ontario guy, and there was a caller that they really taken to, and you always had like some good funny hits or good things to say, bro. But go back to telling me, like, being from Canada, I know Stern wasn't always available up there, so how did you get introduced to this whole world originally?
Well, I mean, I knew of Howard, just hearing about him. Like, I'd see him on Phil Donahue or Geraldo. But I never heard him, like you said, like he wasn't up here in Canada till 97.
Okay.
So I was listening from day one. There's a lot of hype about it. And the first day, I fell in love with the show. I loved it. Never heard anything like it, you know?
Yeah, I remember listening to the early days when he kind of crept up in Canada through syndication on like regular radio waves. And my understanding is that you guys have some things, like some listeners that they listen to, they kind of filter. I'm trying to think of a better way to say this. The government or the broadcast people know what you guys are kind of listening to, more or less, right? It's kind of what he alluded to. Yeah. He alluded to that. And he was saying that once it came through that Howard Stern, the stuff was coming in, he was having issues like getting his show played up in Canada for a time when he was syndicated.
He was, yes, because he opened up, I guess, in Toronto and Montreal were the two major markets.
Mhm.
And he said something derogatory, I think the first day about the French people.
Imagine that.
And then within a month, I think a month or two, he was
Yeah.
taken off Montreal. And then the same thing within Toronto. I think within the year he was off of Toronto. But
Yeah.
thankfully there's a Buffalo station that carried
Ah.
Howard Stern. So
Yeah.
boom. got
Yeah,
to,
and they would
continue
make it
listening.
almost sound, you guys, like people in Canada would make it almost sound like you guys were breaking a law or cheating. Like, we're listening to Stern. We're not supposed to be listening to Stern up here. So I remember there was always that kind of connotation originally getting Stern up there. But then I guess once he got on satellite radio, that kind of opened that up a bit.
Yeah, that catapulted. That opened Pandora's box.
Yeah. So you got to know him. You said 97, you first became familiar with him up there. So you fell in love instantly. I know with me, it was like for the radio show, and then the E show was an inroad to Howard Stern for a lot of people that didn't get him on the radio. You might have saw him on the E network, television network.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get it up here at the time. So
Oh,
we
my
never got
goodness.
to watch. I know. I'm watching them back still to this day.
It's it's so good. And
Yeah.
when he first started doing it, he would try to do whatever happened that morning. He would try to have it ready for air that night. Like, I think originally he thought it was going to be that quick turnaround. But
Right.
eventually, as shows and topics build up, you saw that there was like a backlog, and he wasn't doing that. Like, I was like going, "Oh, I want to go home and see what happened in the studio today." There was always that, and every now and then he would give us a little surprise. He would go, "You know what? Even though we don't normally do this show has to air tonight." And sometimes he would edit them down the same day and have them ready for airplay that night on the E network. So that was a way a lot of people saw Howard originally too.
Right. Now, was that a weekend show going up against SNL, or was that the later show that he did on television? That
This
going
was
up
like
against
the daily night show. It was like 11:30 East, I think. He was running against like the night shows for a while, like Letterman and all that stuff.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Every night on E, they would play it, and then after they got him built up, it would just turn into like a Howard Stern marathon. Like they would just play, Howard Stern, because it was like he would always say, "I put E on the map. I was E's highest
Right.
rated show." Like, and
Yeah.
I have to say that's probably mostly a true statement, because up until then, a lot of people really didn't know what E television was all about.
Right.
But that was E Entertainment Television was a little startup cable network here in the United States that
Right.
featured Howard.
We got the E network, but unfortunately, it was many years later, way
Yeah.
after Stern's gone.
Well, that's great. I know you're having fun catching up on them, because you see all those like 92 K Rock days and all the crazy stuff that happened in studio. You remember those
Yeah.
small studio shows, Scott, where Stern always had that tiny studio?
Yeah, I can't really think of it. The E shows is where I first got the visual of Howard Stern.
Mhm,
So,
yeah.
and then the Channel 9 show, whatever it was.
The Channel 9 show. Yeah. Did you have any experience? Did you pick up any of that Channel 9 show, Andy, back in the day?
Yeah, I got that. They had it come on like 3 a.m. I had to stay up late for that.
Crazy times. Yeah.
Right. Well, thankfully, we had a fan recently share all that with us, like for
Oh.
future shows to watch on Rico.
Awesome.
Yeah. There's some
That
good
is
stuff.
That is great to have. Some funny shit went down on some of those early Channel 9 shows. Yeah. So then Stern came up there. So I guess it took some time to like get into the rhythm of the show. So talk about like what made you have that you had a first interaction you decided to call in, or what? What do you remember what circumstances were around that?
I do. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I was a big fan of Stern, listened to it all the time, and they do repeats too. I listened to the show again, but on
Same.
Sundays, there was the Miserable Men show.
Mhm.
And in the early days, I kept missing it. I kept forgetting. I'm like, shit, I missed the show again. So I have to wait till the next week to watch Miserable Men. So I started making it a habit, say 2006, 2007, to really start listening to the show. So by the time 2008 rolled around, I was with my girlfriend at the time, and I'd be making comments while the radio show was going on. And my girlfriend's like, you should call in.
Oh, cool.
So I'm like, hey, maybe I should like to be a part of it. But I was a little nervous, I just know how I would come off. But I wanted to at least talk to the guys once and say hello. So, actually, funny story. I went to call them for the very first time. It was February 2008, and I called into the show, and they pick up the phone. Richard Simmons show.
Richard Simmons show.
Yeah, I go, what's going on? They go, yeah, are you supposed to be a guest for tonight? So I said, yes, I am. I didn't hesitate. So all of a sudden, about 20 minutes later, I'm on Richard Simmons' show as a guest. I called in on Saturday instead of Sunday, and apparently Sirius was using the same phone number.
That's a great story. So
Yeah,
good.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, yeah, I ended up getting, like I said, I was a guest on his show. He had 2 guests on that night, and I was one of them. And then he ended up sending me his book, and we interacted on Twitter for a handful of years.
That's some audio you got to dig up. So you would inadvertently were sweating to the oldies, huh?
Right. And it's funny. I've never told that story like on Miserable Men or recently on the other shows, but yeah, it's a true story. I called in the following night, and it was Miserable Men. I got it right that night.
That's cool. Thank you for that exclusive story, man. I appreciate it. That'd be some fun for you guys if you could ever find that audio or something to, hey, this is Andy calling in, ended up being on the Richard Simmons show. That's a neat story, man.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I got the date, so yeah, I wonder if I could find it.
So, like Mark, same thing for Mark Burns. Shout out Mark Burns, a great funny guy that I've got to know through these shows, Mark. And a great laugh and just a great jovial guy. So I know that you have like an early relationship with him in a similar way. So I'm gonna keep it on you. So you called the next day when you got on air, and so do you remember what that was about? Like how did you make an impression on them?
Well, it was Super Bowl Sunday,
mm-hmm.
And I called in and they asked how you're spending your day. And I said, well, I had sex with my girlfriend, and then she went to her mother's for the day so I could sit and watch football. And they thought that was the greatest thing in the world. Like that's the relationship. That's what should be happening.
Yeah.
So I kind of did that, and then we talked about the CFL a little bit. And Bob was trying to say CFL, and he's having trouble saying it. And I'm like, lucky it doesn't have 4 letters instead of 3. You'd never get through it.
We kicked his ass. He can't say 3 letters in a row. CFL.
Yeah. So then they asked what football team was up there. So I said, like, we got I was living in Hamilton at the time, so we got the Hamilton Tiger Cats. So I started spelling tiger, and they thought that was funny as well because I was spelling it for Bob. But yeah, it was just kind of a straight call. Like I said, it was my first call. I was a little nervous, having fun, but it actually turned out to be a good call.
Yeah.
And I ended up calling in the next week, and it just kind of snowballed from there. I loved it.
Well, I got to say you're a bit braver than me though, because I got my bones on like just making chat comments. I didn't have the nervousness of trying to like pitch like live thoughts and live material on, audibly like that. So that's kind of heady. So I'm taking it just from what I know of you and what I know of my experience with chatting is that you were probably lit a fire under your ass, right? You were probably like supercharged after that, right?
It sure did. I loved it. I mean, I've always loved the entertainment industry, whether it's movies, television, music, radio.
Yes.
Anything to be a part of it, or even just to meet people that influenced us, like listening to and growing up with. So yeah, it was a big charge, and I was a huge fan of the guys. So just to become a regular caller was a big thrill for me. And
yeah, you get addicted to it. And I know, Scott, I think you relate to a lot of this too, bro, because you've brought it up many times before. Is that the whole reason Scott is here is because these guys are like, and me too, is because these guys are so awesome, and they'll pick out something you say, Scott, right?
Yeah, it was Chris Abels for me on Levyland that. I'm not the type of person to chat, or I've never do these things. And just something made me want to throw a chat out there, and Chris Sables read it, got a little giggle, and then so that just got me addicted. I wanted more giggles and more giggles, make Bob Levy laugh, to say something. It's just addictive. I got addicted to it.
Yeah, it's so true. You do.
All right, so I think we all kind of share that in common, and that's why we're here. That's why Scott's here and everything. But I love about those guys is they're so generous, Andy. I think maybe this is just my take, but my take has always been a lot of comedians won't always be the first to say, "Oh, that was funny," or "You said something funnier than me," or how you're not a comedian. How dare you try to make a line? But what I love about these guys is that everybody gets to play along, and no one is better or great. No one's joke or greater. If we deliver a funny line, those guys will acknowledge it.
That's right. Absolutely.
And I think that's very generous. And because of that generosity, it's kind of the reason, like, I think kind of you're here, I'd say, and it's kind of the reason I'm here. It's because it just gave us that desire just to keep doing it more. And it's like, this is kind of okay thing. So you called in, and then I imagine after that, like we said, you got hooked on it. And so you would call in like again and again. So then eventually, eventually that turned into you kind of, how did it turn into you being invited into the studio eventually?
Well, I was planning on a trip to New York City. And at that time I was talking to the guys. Usually it was Bob Shuley or Mark. And I was mentioning about coming down. I said, well, you got to be in studio. You got to come down. So Mark separately, Bob separately, Shuley, they all said you should, come down and be on the radio. So I'm like, that's amazing. I didn't even think about ever doing that. But
right. So that's another step of talk about nervousness. So here you mustered up the courage to try to mix with these guys and like, I'm going to present like a funny line. And luckily they accepted you and all, but going into a studio. So, I mean, the nerves just had to be incredible, like going in there, right?
They actually were. Yeah. I found out one of the secrets of Miserable Men. You go to the local bar and have a couple drinks first.
Is that right?
Yeah. So when I met up with Mark and Mike downtown New York there and Manhattan, and they ended up taking me to a place, I guess called Rudy's, the really old bar there.
Yeah.
People in New York will probably know of it. The dollar hot dogs. But yeah, we had like 2 or 3 Jameson by coincidence. Mike bought me like 3 drinks, and once we got up to the studio, I was feeling pretty good, like relaxed. And Mike said, "This will work. This will work. Don't worry. Just have a couple drinks, and you'll be fine." And yeah, to be honest with you, I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but it helped with my nerves a lot because I was nervous.
You had to be.
I
If
was.
you wasn't, something been wrong with you. So you got past your nerves and you went up in there. So I'm gonna share some of the pictures, because not only is our friend Andy a on-air personality and producer, bro, but he also is a hell of an artist. And so I wanted to share some of his artwork with you too. So these guys, you might recognize this as the famous BS logo that's behind a lot of the shows every day. So those of you that didn't know, our boy Andy from Ontario made this. So where did your love of art come from? Were you an artist in school? Like, tell us about that.
I've always been an artist. My earliest memory, I started school early. My mom put me in junior kindergarten when I was 3, turning 4 the next month. And the first day of school, we had like an arts and crafts deal. And I did like just this painting of Superman. Now you can't expect enough for a 3-year-old, but everyone just gravitated, like, wow, look at that. Look at that. The teachers, the kids, they're all reacting to this picture I did of Superman just flying in the air. And it kind of just grabbed me from there. Like,
ain't that cool? Just lit the spark under your ass. So
Yeah.
if you guys see some of this cool ass artwork, and I'm gonna have a lot more that you probably you're gonna be like, wow, Andy made that. Yes, our bro Andy right here made this. So here you go. There's the famous Uncle Rico logo. So there you go.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. So every show it comes to a new thing. There's John Head in there. So there, you can't see that one. There's the famous Uncle Rico logo. Our boy Andy created that. And then so let's talk about this a little bit, because we had the Pottstown show, and this is for those of you who are only listening. There's an Uncle Rico billboard that was created. So how did you come to be involved with the making of a billboard?
Well, I was approached originally to do posters for this Uncle Rico show, and there's about 5 different posters I did throughout the months, and this was the last one I did. So the guys said there's going to be a billboard for the show, and we're all happy about that. Great, we're going to get a billboard, some great advertising. So the day I was going down to Pennsylvania to meet up with the guys, I got a message on my phone, and they showed me this. I go, wow, that's my artwork. They use that for a billboard. So I was kind of it was a nice surprise. I'm like, I've never had a billboard before. So.
That's really cool, man. So yeah, so I'll show the picture, but I was lucky enough to meet up with you up there in Pottstown. So let's see. Was this for the Pottstown show, or this was another show? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Uncle Rico's Soul Joel's. But yeah, at any rate, it reminded me of meeting you up in Pottstown.
Well, that was
okay. The last one. Okay, the last one. Okay, so then it turns into you're making posters, you make the artwork and the graphics and all. But then, and I've seen many of these as you put them out, you have famously made like Bob Levy's label and made many of the labels for some of the Silk City hot sauces, right?
That's correct. Yeah. Chad Zumach did his hot sauce. Stacy Prusman, comedian, did hers. And there's another one. I can't mention the name right now, but there's another one on the way as well.
All right, we got a little bit of a little kind of exclusive. So look for maybe a new label coming. I assume it's new artwork coming for a new sauce.
It is, yes. And I guess I could announce this, though it's still going to be in the works. There's actually going to be a discount Don Jameson jam.
Fuck yeah, bro! There you go. So be looking for that. That's awesome. That's very original lane, because we have hot sauces and some people make candles, but I've never heard of anybody having their own jam. So I'll be interested in seeing that.
Yeah. Now you can have a PB and DDJJ.
Yeah, all of that. Get all those letters down. That's cool. So yeah, I see Stacy Pressman in here. I see Bob's label that you made for his sauce. So how did this come about? I guess it's just a natural kind of thing. There's like, hey, we're making this hot sauce. Like who originally reached out to you and said, hey, Andy, I would like you to do what you do for my label?
Silk City did. They saw my artwork on Bob Levy's page, and they thought, wow, that's like they really took to the artwork. Or I should say Jeff himself. He's the one that runs Silk City. And he just approached me and said, I'd like you to do labels for me. I love the design. I love the layout. I don't have anything like this right now. So I said, yeah, that's great. And I wasn't doing really any work at the time. So, he approached me, and one label turned into two, turned into three, and so on. So
Got a whole cabinet full here. Well, I love them. They're very colorful. I mean, if you see this in a store, it would certainly catch my eye. I love the comic book vibe and the big lettering, the big bold lettering, and they do really stand out, bro. So there's really good stuff right here. I like that. All right, so let's talk about this picture right here now. So this is from, I guess it's from your days of maybe visiting the Stern Show and the studios. Give us a little more context on this picture here.
yeah, that's the just outside the Sirius building. That's Marianne from Brooklyn. Ask
Yes.
Napkin Ed. Ask Napkin Ed and I are good friends, have been for many years. I actually got to spend a week with him at a friend's house in New Jersey, so that was
Did
an
you?
interesting experience. Yeah. Yeah,
So
he's great. He's a great guy, and that was Marianne's birthday, actually.
cool. Marianne Howard, oh, that voice. And I love when they change stations, bro, because everybody thought that voice was like a thing, but like no matter what phone she was on, she has that natural rattle. Everybody thought that when she went to Sirius that the signal was going to be too clear and we weren't going to get the full Marianne effect, right?
Right. Oh yeah, she sounds like that no matter whether she's on the radio or not. That's her.
And then Ask Napkin Ed, famous because, I mean, it's quite literal. He puts napkins from fast food places in his arch to maintain Ask Napkin Ed, you know. So he was, I was lucky enough talking about the heady stuff about here's a whack packer that I grew up kind of listening to on the Howard Stern Show. And I was fortunate enough he was our guest on Replayables about a month or two ago, Andy. So that was fun. Yeah. So it's funny when you're mixing, you see it, you know, hey, it's Ed, hey, how's it going? Hey, Howard, how's it going? It's Ed. Yeah, so he's a great guy, great fun guy, and I know he knows Chris and Shawnee. They all kind of know each other, but yeah. So look at my boy Andy here rocking the bandana with Marianne from Brooklyn outside of the Sirius studios back in the day. See, this is this kind of stuff I like, seeing you mixing it up with the people. Now, this is our boy Danny Bonaducci, who famously fought our boy Bob Levy. So talk about how did you end up making something with Danny Bonaducci involved?
That was a hell of a night. Actually, that was through, you guys have probably heard of Sequoia. He was the promoter for the Killers of Comedy Tour and so on.
Rest in peace, yes.
Yeah, rest in peace. He was a good friend of mine and the only agent I've ever had. But yeah, he got me this work, actually. He approached me when they were in Toronto and said that he wanted me to do artwork for him, whether it's like T-shirts, posters, promotional for the guys, that kind of thing. So yeah, he ended up getting me a lot of great work, and this was one of the things I did for Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah, if you want to be more familiar with Sequoia and see some of the antics of go watch on YouTube the Killers of Comedy Tour. Every now and then, Andy, I'll go back and I'll watch all of those again. And just seeing, I just loved how Bob would get off on razzing Sequoia about just having every little detail right about everything. Bob loved that shit.
Yeah. Actually, we had a cartoon that Sequoia and I put together for Howard TV. And Howard TV loved it. I was just supposed to do some drawings and stuff like that. But I had a little time. I was like a month, like Sequoia goes, you got a month or two if you want to just do some drawings and just kind of show what the guys will look like and that kind of thing. So I decided I had some time. So I did a little animated promo for it. And it's on my YouTube channel. But yeah, Howard TV loved it. They were all go for it. But then there was that parting of the ways with Bob Levy and company. So the Killers of Comedy went away, hence the cartoon went away.
Because I do have that recollection where people at the time, it was just getting into that, where these creative people were showing up and they were starting to turn some of these Howard Stern stories into like animated kind of cartoons and actual like live tales, right? And so
yeah, Kevin Lofton was a good one for that.
I do remember that period, and they got some good funny animations of some of the antics that would happen on the Howard Stern Show back in those days. Yeah, I see this one says Entourage, and it's got your name on the bottom of it. It says, I'm bugging out, guy holding a bong. So give us the context on this one, brother. How did you come making this for Entourage?
I'm a huge fan of the TV show Entourage, probably my favorite show. I'm not going to say it's the best show ever, but it's my favorite show.
Okay.
And that's Johnny Drama during a famous scene where he was smoking too much. And his buddy Turtle was trying to tell him to take it easy, but he said he was cool. And then he started freaking out and coughing, and then everyone was saying he's bugging out. So all of a sudden, you know, he's like, no, come on, get me some water, get me some water. And everyone's just chanting, you're bugging out, you're bugging out. And Turtle's like, just embrace it, Drama, embrace it. And all of a sudden he just yells, I'm bugging out.
That's cool. Well, that's what I love about this. So I'm taking it, like you said, you were kind of inspired just by seeing the show, huh? So you kind of turn your art loose on that?
I was, yes. And I kind of got, not connected, but I started talking to Doug Ellen, who's the creator of Entourage.
Really?
So I started sending him these pictures and he started reacting to them. He liked them a lot. So yeah, I just kind of had a rapport with him. So before the whole Shuley Network stuff came along, I was going to try and maybe do something for him on the side. So not to say it would come through or not, but that's how a lot of the stuff happens. You just get out there and put your stuff out there and hopefully you get a bite.
That's great. That's so rewarding, bro, that you can just take the things that you love naturally and go, hey, man, I'm a fan of this, and I'm going to apply my art to this and see where it takes me. And that's kind of all how we kind of all where we're at right now, just kind of for our love of the things that we love and applying ourselves to them. So that's really cool that that you just did that out of your love for the show and you get some attention from the people. Now, we got the Sheik here, Sheik baby.
Iron Sheik. Yeah. Sequoia, this is one of the jobs he got for me as well. I got to do a t-shirt for the Iron Sheik. It would have been more detailed and colored, but for price reasons or for cost reasons, we had to keep the colors down to like 3 or 4. So, but yeah, it was great. And I mean, Iron Sheik, Hall of Famer. I mean, the whole Hulkamania began with him and
a legend,
right? So,
legend.
yeah,
And I
so.
I always thought, and I would try to think like those guys were too. Like, how heady must it be? And Shuli touches on it sometimes when you're on a weekend tour and you're at breakfast at Denny's and you look over and the fucking Iron Sheik is sitting there. I mean,
Right.
how do you even process that? You know, Scott, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
So, did you ever happen to be around when Iron Sheik was around those guys?
No, he's never up here in Toronto. But I wish I got to meet him. I never did. He did send me a message through Sequoia. I'm not sure I can say it all, but remember he used to say, you are gay and you know the F word?
You are gay and I will humble you. I will fuck you in your I will humble you.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So his message to me was, you are not gay or the F word.
Oh boy, he
So I
really
got
likes
that.
you. Well, I noticed he's sitting there with the original gold belt came from the NWA and AWA days. That's my favorite wrestling belt right there, Andy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
If we're going to belt geek out a little bit. But yeah, rest in peace to the Iron Sheik. What a great guy and great stories. And just having those two worlds collide, like WWE wrestling and the Howard Stern show back in those days, it was just more than you could take. Now here is talking about the killers of comedy. And once again, I would highly recommend it after BF Live, of course, when you're not watching anything else. Go in there and type killers of comedy and you'll see some of the on the road antics of Sequoia getting pushed around by Bob and Beetlejuice going out and disappearing and getting a tattoo when they were supposed to be watching him. I mean, just some great shit happened, didn't it, Scott, during some of those shows?
Yeah, surely getting shafted of rooming up of bunking up of Beetlejuice every night.
Beetlejuice, yeah.
Yep. And taking it like a champ all the time, you know, like showing up late and having to be, oh, sorry, Shuli, you're bunked up. You know, he tried to put up a little fit, but yeah. And I like how he says that once Beetle took a shower or touched anything in the room, that was it. It was off limits. Like, you just don't touch it no more.
Exactly.
Let's see. Who, me? So, all right. So obviously for this tour, so it says Bob Levy's Killers of Comedy Tour. It looks like it has a depiction of Artie with, done up, and it says Double Secret Probation Tour. So tell us the background of this and how you ended up making this poster for these guys.
I was actually watching Animal House, and I used the same letters that they used on their DVD. So I was a big fan of Animal House, and of course I was doing a promotion for the guys. So yeah, it's just one of the killer comedy posters I did for them, and they seemed to like it.
Just putting things you love together and just presenting it. Now here we go. We're going to take you back with an old school photo. Look at this guy on the right with that muscle. Look at that. Hope you bought your tickets for the gun show, people. What's up? Let's see. So for this picture right here, there's our boy Shuli Egar on the left with the Iron Maiden shirt, and Ronnie the limo driver, and Andy. So what's the context of this one, buddy? Where did this happen?
This was the Ronnie Mom block party.
Oh, yes.
And this would have been probably 2013, 2014, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in there.
Cool.
But yeah, they came up to Toronto a couple different times. So Shuli was always great to hook me up every time. You know, every time I was just, I don't need a ticket, just come backstage. Like he always looked after me. We became fast friends.
That's really good.
Ronnie was great to hang out with a couple times. Stephanie as well, sweetheart. And yeah, he's a great guy. Ronnie's a great guy, a really funny guy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he was a great host for the show. It was good.
Great antics. Funny intentionally, and sometimes funny not so intentionally a lot of times. But yeah,
right.
Made the most out of that.
His best moments.
All right. So now we're going to go in the Andy Wayback Machine, because I kind of heard this in passing through you that apparently at one point in your history you attempted to try out for Big Brother up in Canada. Did you?
I did. That's actually Big Brother 1, the first season.
Wow.
So I had to send it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, I had to send in a videotape, of course, like myself and why I think I should be on Big Brother and the whole thing, and you have to do the whole application, everything else. So they accepted it, and I ended up being invited downtown Toronto for, I guess, early auditions and meetings and stuff. So thousands of people show up, thousands.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's really hard to distinguish yourself. you know, because you get like they put you once you do the application, you guys do something else in there and pictures and everything else.
Yeah.
Then they get you in like groups of 12 and they just start kind of randomly just asking you different questions. And not everybody even gets asked questions and stuff. So I didn't really get to distinguish myself or to, you know, like to be funny or to do what I wanted to do. But I told them, I go, you're gonna take a guy who's 40 years old named Andrew. You might as well take me. So of course, sure enough, I didn't get picked. Of course, I would have said so. But they got a guy named Andrew in his 40s.
Oh, you gave him an idea. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna tell that guy. You don't tell us what God 40 to pick. We'll pick the Andy we want, I guess. So
right.
So that would have been kind of funny being trapped in a house with a bunch of people up there. I don't know how good that would have ended, but so you were trying to get in there and do that. So yeah, so you kind of you're a dabbler. Are you a dabbler? You dabble in entertainment? You're dabbler. All right, so getting back to the serious days, I believe you dated this picture 2008. So this is it. This is you. Is this the first time? Is this your only time? Tell us about this picture.
This is actually the second time I was in studio. The first time I was in studio, I didn't even want to ping a camera or take pictures and everything. I just wanted to kind of have the experience and be on the radio and didn't want to necessarily be fanboy, even though I was.
A little hard to hold back, yeah.
But so the second time, I mean, between those 2 times, it was about 3 months, and I was very comfortable with the guys, and I knew them really well. So I made sure I brought a camera the second time. That's Shuli to my right there. You can barely see it in the red shirt.
Okay.
But yeah, it was an amazing experience both times. It was such a thrill and to be on air, and for Shuli to go to the producers, open his mic up, he can say whatever he wants.
That's great.
Oh,
man.
okay. Yeah, yeah. So
That's cool. That's cool.
It was a hell of a great time.
I bet it had to be, man. So you're in like one of those kind of like fishbowl or fish tank studios, they call them, right?
That's right. Yeah, with the glass all around. Studio 21.
20. Oh, remember the number. Did you get like a fancy badge like Leonard from Long Island did? Do you have it to this day? Did you get one?
I have 2 of them, but I can't find them. But funny enough, each
I don't know
time
if
I
I
was sorry.
No, go ahead.
Each time I was down there, Al Rosenberg, who was part of the cast back then, he gave me his pass both times just as a keepsake or whatever. Like, thanks, Al, because I was a huge Al Rosenberg fan. He was so great to me too. Such a great man.
That's cool. Yeah, so I like Leonard famously. He loves keeping his. All right, and now this was one of the last scenes you kind of sent me. We were talking and on. So you had some. You said in between. Tell us about your TMZ involvement because you were kind of almost involved with TMZ or kind of maybe.
Yeah. Well, after Miserable Men shut the door, so to speak, or closed the show out 2011, I was kind of thinking, well, I want to get my name out there somehow. What am I kind of going to do now? Because the guys were kind of my connection. I got a lot of jobs through there, a lot of opportunities, met a lot of people because of them.
Yeah.
So when the show kind of shut down, the artwork and the promotion obviously shut down as well. Because the guys would promote my artwork on the radio, which was great for me. So anyways, didn't kind of know what to do. And then I was just kind of on Twitter. And I kind of like TMZ. I mean, I know a lot of people don't, but I liked what they were doing. I liked their format and what they would do. So I seen Harvey Levin just posting out news stories that they're going to cover that day. So I would send him like 4 replies of just different jokes about the news story.
Okay.
Or the person. So he really liked them. Within a week or so, he started following me on Twitter. And then I'd send more. And then all of a sudden I'd see them. They would start using my tweeters on TV.
Oh, neat.
Which was great. So it was great promotion because you can see the 2 green ones to the right and to the left.
Yeah.
You know, it had my actual name, my Andy from Ontario tag, my face, and the fact that I drew my face. So it's my artwork as well. So all that was being just shot out there. So people would start contacting me, fans of TMZ, about doing work for them as well. So it was great to do that for myself. And it was kind of a surprise. TMZ ended up contacting me and asking me to go on TV with them. Back then they're using Skype. So I'd go and Skype with them, and I'd call into the show, and I'd be on TV a handful of times. So
that was neat. I get a picture of you in the studio where they're all sitting around in that crude studio. Andy, what do you got for us today? What do you got, buddy? You know.
Yeah.
Then we saw you in that role. Well, that's really neat, bro. And I like that. I love the persistence in you and that, like after Miserable Men, I'm sure you probably thought, wow, this is all going to dry up. But it didn't sound like you wavered. It sounded like you said, hey, man, I'm just going to go to the next thing I love and then try to incorporate my love for that, man. So I think that's really awesome. And so once again, I had no idea that you had any involvement with TMZ. So even though I'm kind of familiar with you a little bit from back in the day, I'm like learning some stuff about you here today too, bro. So this is cool. And now I'll leave us with this picture. Look at these morose motherfuckers right here. Look at these guys. So
I look really drunk, and I swear I didn't have a drink that night.
I can't imagine you had time to, bro, because you guys you guys were buzzing around the whole time, and I didn't even want to like stop you even for this picture and take a minute. I think this was definitely after the show, because I just didn't have the heart to stop anybody that was probably planning a show, and I didn't want to be responsible if I fucked you up. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait and meet these guys after the show. So I went all around the room, and when I ran into people, I think you were literally like buzzing by each other, and you were like, "Hey BF, hey Andy." So we caught this picture real quick, but this was my first and only time I've got to meet Andy in person. So it was really cool after all these years of just kind of knowing you and everything to see like you in person and to see certain people in person. So I really cherished that moment. It was really good. So that's cool. So that's the end of our little photo tour, man, of Andy from Ontario. Thanks for submitting all that, brother. Because I was going to post your Facebook and all, but you're like, "Hey BF, I got this for you." You know, so I appreciate that. So that's great. So we met up there, and so that just led to just doing more and more and more on the Shuli Network. Like every day, every minute, every hour, some new thought or ideas pumping up. So tell me when you're on air and the guys say, "Hey guys, put this on that." Like, does that like you get like nerves out of that when Bob's calling audibles on the air?
Not really, to be honest with you. My nerves are a little bit when I do the Don Jameson as compared to my artwork. I guess I'm very like I guess I'm an artist first. So I'm very comfortable in that realm. So even dealing with Bob, like he'll say, "Yo, put this face on this body," or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a little challenge, but it's fun, you know, and
it is.
Hopefully I can get it out, you know, within minutes.
He's fun. And then I love the Kate Leno thing that just come out of that too.
Yeah. I made the mouth going so silly too, you know, like
yes. Yeah, Kate Leno with the
dramatic.
extra long chin, and then a couple shows later that day, it showed up with the moving mouth and everything. So I love all that. I love all that shit that comes just organically out of the shows.
Yeah, it's fun doing that.
So now you're just like you produce. Let's see, you guys got BS, you got Rico, you got Blunder Years, like Behind the Wall. Sometimes I was there. What other shows am I missing that you got that you're a part of?
Once in a while we'll get Rabbit Hole. Julie will do a Rabbit Hole.
People are itching for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, geez, 6-8 months ago we were producing like 14 shows. It was insane.
Yeah, until you made a change. But I'm happy to say that I once again I want to thank Shuli and Bob and everybody. I'm so fortunate to be any part of any of this, but I'm really super fortunate to be part of the Shawnee Zone on the Shuli Network, and my boy Andy is the producer. So I get to work with Andy. So after all this years of just kind of like knowing of Andy and knowing of him and learning these things about him, and we've kind of worked with him with some other shows on Sports Heads in the past and all, but he's our dedicated Shawnee Zone producer. So we're going to be on air tonight at 9:00 East tonight doing our thing, right, Don?
Absolutely. We're gonna have a great time as always. Episode 6, I believe.
I really like that show. I go back and watch the replays if I don't get to listen to it live. I really like that.
It's a lot of fun. Shawnee's so knowledgeable, and he doesn't just know it, he lives it.
Yep.
You know, so it's great to see what he's going to talk about next. And there's some great episodes coming up too.
Yes, I was very happy and very fortunate just to be asked or thought of by Shuli to say, "Hey, BF would be a good second for Shawnee." And I like Shawnee. My goal is to make Shawnee shine. And people, like Stormy said, people love Shawnee. They love his thoughts and his processes. And I told Shawnee he gets great views and he gets great after the show comments about his show. People really love the show. So I'm really enjoying the response of the Shawnee Zone, and I really enjoy doing it. And so I'll give a little clue tonight, that tonight we're going to do chemtrails. If you ever look up in the sky and you see all these lines of fog and smoke and things of this nature, I guess I can stop sharing this one. Yeah, there you go. So a lot of people might be familiar with that. I'm going to have some private pictures, Andy. This happens so much over my personal house, and then I'm not really like this. Shawnee's the conspiracy guy. It's his show, and I love following his lead. So I'm not the wholehearted conspiracy guy, but I am a curious person. And when I walk out of my house on multiple days and I see a system of like lines going over my house, it makes me kind of curious. So we're going to dig in that a little more deeply tonight on the Shawnee Zone. And he's one of our friends. And speaking of friends, we got another friend checking in. So let's say hi to him. It's our boy, another fellow Canadian. Easy for me to say, fellow Canadian, Bobby Nick Davis. Hey, Bob, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, not too bad, man.
Wendy's boyfriend.
Wendy's boyfriend. Look, Bobby. Like, I'm sorry. I know normally I only have a 1 Canadian limit to the show, but I had Don on today, man. So I got 2 Canadians today.
Oh, it's all good. I love Andy. Known him for years. So
that's it.
Yep.
Hey, Bobby Nick, good to see you, brother.
Hey, Hey, Andy, how's it going?
And I know that Andy's familiar with us from the early days of TGB, and I know that I believe he even did a couple little kind of drawings for us in those early days of TGB that I remember, right, Bobby Nick? Yep. So always a bro, always been supporting and helping out. Let's get into somebody's. Wendy has no filter. Way before the show did. Yeah, Bobby Nick. Stormy brought up some of these allegations, you see, about maybe that you guys were taking Wendy down some of these salacious roads, if you will.
Me specifically.
Okay.
Bobby was just in the chat for a little while. He didn't even, he fell asleep. But in your chat, you'll see MCF After Dark and MCF My Cowboys Family. It was on MCF After Dark's channel, and he's a big Stern fan. And he loves Wendy, and he's been on her channel in the past, so he wanted to reconnect with her, and we did. And then there was just some douchebags giving Wendy some trouble, but she kicked their ass.
Right.
Yeah. Scott, did you know I invented Alexa? Oh,
I assumed.
You assume. Oh, by the way, make sure you check out the Jack Shack from last night. I had Sheila Aliens on. We touched on Giggles and Schizo, and then went on a UFO hunt. All right, there you go. Our boy Uncle Jack is a friend of ours. He has a show called Uncle Jack's Shack. You can find right here on YouTube. You can see
Great
that.
guy, great show.
There you go. Hey, Dave Daffler from Just a Guess. Sean Riggle says, "What's the prize?" We're back here a little bit on these things, so some of these are dated. Let's see.
I explained some of this. This is Queenie. She's from that, more towards the Marissa Sparkle community.
Hey.
All the people I'm making friends with are coming over.
I know. I appreciate it. You're a unifier, Wendy. Stormy, yes. All of our worlds, you put them all together. I appreciate that. Stormy, yes, she was in a train making love with Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
TK was driving the train, and you were the maid.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's true. That was one of her dreams. Yeah.
That was a dream she had, and she has a puppet that she named after me.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I learned that on MCF After Dark. I didn't realize that.
Feel honored.
Yeah, for real. It was cool.
And scared. Dream Man says 666. Sup, demons? Thumbs up to Dream Man, Psychosocial, and all my Perry friends. We're going to be in the chat later on today at 4 Pacific, 7 East. I'll see you there. Nikki says, I watched the replay. I was fucked up. She's talking about her appearance on Replayables last Friday. I kept asking BF, what's the prize? What the fuck? I couldn't comprehend at the time. Sorry, BF. Yeah, I saw a lot of people. Our boy Shawnee, another great producer and another bro, he spun like a randomizer wheel, just to play like random videos at the end. And Nikki was totally perplexed. She was like, what the fuck with the spinning? What prize do I get? Like, nope. She's actually waiting for a prize. Nikki's getting the love from Daniel Poon. We did the wee break time. There you go. Nikki, you were great on Replayables. Dream Man says, always piss in the sink, never sink in the piss. That's a more you know if I ever heard one right there. Oh, hey, Daniel. Let's see, from Nikki. Sorry about that. Found that habit. Like, subscribe, and share, Brian Clutter says. Queenie After Dark says, why does this channel sound like mine? Wait a minute. Are you saying that?
She's got a soundboard.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, we're soundboard people. Okay, yes. Yeah. Soundboard is understatement. Thank you, Nimrod71. Brian's getting the love to Nikki. Every time I dance, my pee-pee goes everywhere. Well, probably because he doesn't do it right and uses underwear to guide, right? Let's see. Oh, hey, Andy. What are your thoughts on Sully Erna? Do you like his work with Godsmack or post Godsmack? Thoughts?
I'd have to probably go Godsmack.
You're Godsmack, Sully.
Yeah.
All right. There you go, Jack. There's your answer for that one. Nikki's shouting out Brian. Nikki's also saying, okay, doctor here. What? Love you. Let's see. We went on. There's the hearts. Female is running. Hackrod says Godsmack was made to destroy all rock music. Wait a minute. Let's see. I use my underwear, Electra. Stop looking to guide. Buckshot says, in about 45 minutes, I'll need to take a poop break. Okay, well, I don't have a video for that one yet. And I don't know if anybody want to see it. Let's see. Stormy, I'm feeling weird in here. What the fuck? That's how you're supposed to feel. Let's see. French, Howard would rag that they claimed in World War II. As a result, more Jews are killed in concentration. Yeah, Howard used to famously rag on the French about not being aggressive enough in World War II, how we had to bail them out and save their asses all the time. Yeah. Wendy is more pro than 95% of
Yeah.
podcasters, Hack Ride
True.
says. She knows how to massage situations you wouldn't believe. Love her. There you go. Anybody that's been around for a minute, or if you're a broadcaster or a podcaster, when you really watch Wendy, you can see that the wheels are turning and she really knows what she's doing. Stormy says, Queenie, after dark, hey girl, this is a whole different community than you are used to. Hope you like it. Wendy is a hustler story. Okay. Look who's here. Wendy says yes. Oh shit.
Oh, hey,
All about-
Wendy.
Well, about a Queen Wendy. Queenie After Dark. It's fun though. A lot more entertainment focused. Yeah, we save the drama for your mama. A lot of other stores do that. Love you, Wendy from Stormy. Wendy, hello girl. Checking in our great friend Wendy. Just another friend joining us. I remember the small studio. The guests sat at like a bar. Yeah. And talking about our friend Hack Ride, he likes that band Hum. Remember when Howard was all taken aback by that band Hum? Do you remember that one, Andy? About counting stars, the song about Mix the Train from Mars.
Oh,
She's
sure,
out back
sure.
counting stars.
Yeah, right.
So when people started like reliving that and talking about that, Hack Ride started talking about, and he played Hum recently. And so that made me go back and look at Hum's performance on the Howard Stern show, because I remember Howard would carry on about this band is Hum and they're great, they're the best new thing ever, and he crammed them in that old K-Rock studio. Andy,
Right. And wasn't he into Nuff's Enough?
yes, yeah, he
Yeah,
liked
that
Chips
as
Enough.
well?
He was friends with Chips Enough.
Yep.
But the thing that I remember from watching that recent video of Hum is that, and a lot of the bands, they had to stuff the drummer in the hallway. Remember, 'cause he wasn't set up for any
Right.
music acts. And he would used to complain all the time to Tom Chiasano, this is a cheap operation. I'm trying to be like this and you're keeping me down. And yeah, they would bring he couldn't even bring a band in. And if he did, he'd have to stuff him in the studio. So you can catch
Right.
that online too. Love
I
you,
missed
Storm.
the Jesus twins. Feel my
Oh, the
ubiquity.
Jesus twins. Feel my ubiquity. Yeah, bro. How long did those guys work him over? Like they'd be downstairs and trying to like feed Gary information before they finally made it up into the studio.
Right. And then they just shit on Gary right away. We don't need you anymore.
Yes, they did.
Right?
Yeah, they did. Yep. Yeah, they were like lathering his ass. Come on, Gary. Yeah, we're the next Beatles. Where they write him fucking letters and shit.
Right.
And get him on the show. You're right. But then they did like instantly turn his shit on him.
They're shitting on Gary and their own manager.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
And then they're shitting on the Beatles, talking about they're better than the Beatles. It's like those guys were like, and then right, some of the time you're like, is this a bit, or these guys like legitimately like believe this shit, right?
Oh.
That was always the fun part about the Jesus twins.
Yeah.
Feel
One
my
of them, one of them
Scott.
ended up coming back in to visit, and he's all suicidal acting and messed up in the brain.
Yeah.
Well, they both were. I think one of the brothers had a bad ending.
Yeah, I think one of them has passed. Yes. Hack Ride says, "Don't worry, Bobby Nick. I went through it with some of her old fans too. It only matters what Wendy thinks." Yeah, they're really only showing their own ignorance. Go ahead,
I don't
Stormy.
even know that Bobby Nick knows everything that I'm talking about. He only knows pieces because he wasn't there. He fell asleep with that situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, I
You do deal with and you deal with them, I'm sure, because you're friends with her. They it comes with it. You know, people have
Yeah.
people that follow them, and it is what it is.
Did you guys leave Bobby Nick on screen after he fell asleep?
No, he wasn't on. He was just. I mean,
Oh.
he fell asleep. He was watching it in the chat, and then he fell asleep. We should have. I wish you would have been up there and fell asleep.
Uncle Jack says, he'd telling Mr. Doodle that he loved that more intimate studio feel. Yeah, that wasn't good for the music acts, but it was kind of neat. Yes, Hack Rider. Yes, Hack Rider. Oh, hey, Hack Rider. Wendy's checking in. Thank you, Stormy, from the lovely Wendy. Oh, it's a bro checking in, and thank you for the lovely super chat. For Scott to get an alarm clock. Oh, Scott, did you miss a Sunday show, bro?
Yeah, I miss Guitar Guys.
Oh boy,
I missed
Well, you know
about 4 hours.
Well, that does happen. Scott famously gets up for the BF Live here, and you've only missed a handful of shows, but the ones you miss have been bangers. Like, didn't you miss Bob Levy one time or something?
I missed the big ones.
Yeah. Thank you, Nimrod. Excuse me, not Nimrod, but thank you, Jib, because here's Nimrod saying hi, Wendy. And Wendy is saying hi, Nimrod. And Jerry Lahane says, the E! Network show was a consequence of a dream I had while Radio Stern show. I could see them in studio live in my dream and sat on an aluminum benches in a window room. I taped and sent it to Jackie in 1993. Okay, there you go. There's our boy Jerry Lahane. Always checking in with. Let's see. And then he woke up. So what? I was on Maury Povich. Wait a minute. You are not the baby mother. Let's see. Argos checking in. Hackride says, I know it's annoying for us, but definitely run all your clips through YouTube on a separate account before the show. This has saved me multiple headaches. You're talking about the copyright issues there, Andy.
All right.
Let's see. F the cats. Go Riders. Talking about the Rough Riders. Let's see. Hackride, don't forget Cash App me the $159.99 you owe me from the 2 bets that you lost. Wait a minute. Oh boy. You ain't gonna get by on no money thing with Jake or Wendy. So you better just pay up now and get on with your life. Kathy Linder, my sister says, Stormy, you need to change that word. Wait a minute. Come on, see? Come on, Sam. We're embracing the word, and we've told you about how Jerry, our friend from Scotland, famously uses the word. Okay, I'm here to talk about poodles and their lives mattering. We know, Mr. Doodle. We know. Hi, Wendy, from my sister. She says hi back. Jerry. Yes, here we go. This is what drives Husey nuts when I do it. When I read all these chats. He don't think I should read every chat, Andy. You think I should only read the super chats?
That's good.
You got a long way to go, just so you know.
Saying I should maybe pivot and do something
I've been
else?
having some conversations in here,
Okay, that's cool. Well, I'm glad. Look, I said, but this ain't April. This ain't Steel Toe. We welcome crosstalk in the chat. I have another thing that I just realized that I didn't share about Andy, and we kind of touched on it a little bit, brother. But talk about this picture right here of Eleanor Kerrigan, right?
Oh wow. Yeah, it was 2022, a couple years ago. Speaking of dreams, I actually had a dream that I made this shirt for Eleanor Kerrigan, and I went to the Comedy Store.
Right.
You know, the world famous Comedy Store off the Sunset.
Yes.
In Hollywood. And I always wanted to go there. I've never been to California. It was my first time there. But I made some t-shirts for a couple comedians, and actually had a dream about giving this shirt to Eleanor Kerrigan and her going on stage in the original room and wearing it and mentioning my name. And sure enough, when I went months later, it was different, obviously, but the same thing exactly happened.
Yeah.
I gave her the shirt. She loved it. She asked me and my girlfriend at the time to go into the original room because she was hosting it. This is after we already saw a show in the main room. And that was the whole thing. I met Pauly Shore earlier. That was another experience.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? That was great. That was cool.
Chip, buddy. We showed Pauly. We showed a little video of Pauly last week. Back in the day at a video store, Andy. He was like walking us through like a video store experience, and it was Pauly Shore. Come, what's up,
That's great.
buddy? Yeah.
Yeah, we were like in Hollywood for literally 5 minutes, and there he was, like at the Comedy Store. So that was very cool. So I should have gave you a picture with him and I.
Excellent stories, man. See, I love it. See, you've been kind of involved in kind of the mesh of a lot of this stuff, a lot more than you kind of realize, I think, or maybe certainly a lot more than we realize. So yeah, Eleanor Kerrigan, and I love how that you just take your thoughts and the things that you like, and you throw it at TMZ, you throw it at the Miserable Men guys, and you just kind of pursued it, man. It must be really rewarding when people turn around and really like this, man, and you get a good response out of it. That's really neat.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, thankfully, I enjoy the hell out of it. But there's nothing wrong with hustling and often doing stuff for free, because it can obviously turn into something else. And that's how I got hired at the Shuli Network as well. As a friend and a fan, I would send them artwork and gifts, and all of a sudden they approached me 2 different times. I wanted to get hired by the network, so I was like, "Yes, let's do it."
That's great, man. Well, thank you for this. Thank you for the segue that I didn't complete. And then how did you end up at the Shuli Network? So there you answered the question so they saw, obviously everybody sees talent. And that's what I love about these guys. They'll not only see talent, like with DJ Dabbles or all these people that participate, and they always acknowledge it and then kind of really make it part of what they do. So they saw a lot of this stuff you were putting out there, and they probably got the impression that I did, like, wow, this guy, he loves this stuff. He's doing it for the right reasons, for the love, and he's really good at it. And so you were asked multiple times. So when did you finally turn into your headspace where you're like, well, I'm going to be actually producing podcast on for the Shuli Network?
Well, I mean, I was originally hired a year ago for the artwork I was doing and the gifts. And that's what I was hired for. I wasn't necessarily hired for anything else, but they said early on, like, hey, if you want to learn the business, if you want to learn how to produce and stuff, then, like, stick around and maybe it'll turn into something in the future. So I was there for every show. I was just learning from the other guys, learning how they're producing everything and learning how, our programs work and stuff I've never used before.
Yeah.
But I just kind of catch on as the months went on. And then we ended up losing a couple of producers. So then more work kind of fell onto me to do it. So I was into it. I take the Shuli example. You know, he's the perfect example of in this business of how hustle and hard work can take you to big places.
Yeah.
And he's always been that way, and I felt the same way. You know, if you just hustle and learn whatever you can, like when you're given opportunities. This was an opportunity to learn how to produce. I never had before. And you know, it's been, like I said, a great experience. And once we lost a couple other producers, more work fell onto me if I could do this. So Frog trained me on so many things and showed me most of what I do. So thanks to him. And yeah, now I'm fully producing shows and segments and all kinds of stuff, and dealing with getting guests and you know, just
sending out links and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that first year was a lot of work and a lot of hours. I mean, I had that time, but like I said, we were producing more than 10 podcasts at the time. Shuli likes to give, like you said, people with talent, people, you know, he wanted to give them the opportunity to, you know, have their own podcast and to show their work. And, you know, so it was a lot of work and a lot of hours. So I kind of got used to the hustle of that. And yeah, just as time gone on, learning more things. And now I'm, you know, editing videos for the shows and adding some different things, and animation's going to be in our future. So yeah, it's been a hell of a year. You know, like when I saw Eleanor Kerrigan in 2022, I had a really great year. And I thought personally, how is this year going to be top? And then the second day of 2023, January 2nd, you know, I officially got hired on to the Shuli Network. So
fucking A, man.
Yeah.
That's
awesome. Like you said, I like your attitude and your message. Just keep grinding and keep hustling. And if it's something you love, you know, eventually good things will happen from it, man. So I'm glad to see that all of these good things come out of your hustle and your love for your stuff. But, you know, you say work a lot of times, and I can relate to that, and I know Stormy can too. All of us that do podcasts, you can really relate to that because this is a lot. It takes a lot of work before you even get on screen to do a show, bro. But it is the kind of work that, like you said, it can be 24/7 sometimes. But because we love it so much, it really doesn't feel like work, right? I know it's kind of a corny stereotype, but it's very true.
It's fun if you like what you do with it. It's fun.
Yes,
it really is. Like say, for example, every Monday is a four podcast day for me. That's not including editing or preparing and other stuff. But it's absolutely great. I love it. It's a great experience. It's a great time, and yeah, I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Great. That's great. It's great having you here. Yeah, it's like it's a 24/7 thing, man. You're constantly thinking of how you can take your creative ideas and kind of incorporate them in the show. So like it's very different than other jobs where you kind of punch in and out. Like this job, it seems like you're on mentally like all the time. You're always thinking of the next thing you can bring.
Well, that's it. When you get to create, you know, different segments and things like that, and you know, obviously working with the guys like Shuli, Bob, Mike, Zen, Frog, and myself. I mean, it's a great group of people. You know, we all bring something and multiple things to the table.
But it's all about having fun, and that's why we're here. That's why we have my boy Andy from Ontario here. He's our bro. If you ever wonder who Discount Don was, they're referring to not old comedian, but the comedian Don Jameson, who was known back from the old days and kind of have a similar voice. So you're in the name Discount Don. I thought, and that kind of just happened spontaneous too, right? Like you just did your Jameson thing, and people are like, "That's Don," but it's kind of more of a Discount Don, right? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, like he left that answer or his message on my answering machine. And I just did the impression of myself. I never did it to my friends or family or kids or anything like that. It was just something I'd do around the house. And then one day, Uncle Rico, Casey Armstrong was there, and he thought I was Don Jameson in the green room. So I started doing my Don Jameson impression, and everyone cracked up, and they thought it was great, and they said, "You got to do it on air." So
cool, man.
Snowballs from there. So just as Shuli would say, it happened organically.
Nice, man. Yeah, I love that. I love when things happen naturally and they're just naturally funny. Awesome, man. Well, it is 2:36 here on the East Coast of the United States where I'm at. Wherever you're at, please like, share, and subscribe at BF Live, whether you're watching live or after the fact. We appreciate you being here with our friend Don Jameson. Don Jameson. Wait a minute. I got it all mixed up. Wait a minute. Discount Don Jameson. I referred to Bobby earlier. I straight up was conversating with him, and I referred to him as Don like it was nothing, like that was his name, bro. So I've already fell into that.
In the early days, it was like that. They're just calling me Don Jameson, and then I think a couple of the guys said, "Well, maybe we should change the name so it doesn't mix up with the real Don Jameson."
There you go.
But thankfully, Don Jameson likes the impression as well. So
well, there you go. Yeah, I've heard that you've done it for Florentine a couple of times. Yeah, Florentine is John. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's great to have you here, bro, and you're welcome to stick around a lot more.
Sure, yeah, I'll hang up with you, man.
All right, man. I like to do, we have a lot of Perry fans in here, and I'm not going to do every segment that I planned today because we're having a great time talking, and Scott's having a great time, and everybody's having a great time stretching out the chat on me. But one of the segments I do want to do is I like to catch up with our friend Perry Caravello because he's going to come on tonight. Bob's going to be on the show this Wednesday. So because we love Perry and all things Perry, we've turned it into a little segment on here I like to call Perry Talk. Let's see what's going on with Perry Caravello.
Perry Talk. Perry Talk, Talk, Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk.
That's right. He's the wild man, And so Don, I'm gonna keep calling you Don. I'll call you whatever.
That's all right.
All right, so when we were up in Pottstown, this was my first and only time to meet Perry Caravello live. What were your impressions of meeting Perry in person?
Perry was amazing. He's everything you see on his podcast and more.
Yes.
They're staying at a really nice cottage in PA, and we all went to see him on a Friday night for the show. And I think we spent 6-7 hours there. They do the really long podcast, so
yes,
all of us got to be on there with him in it because
great.
We had the different guys being different Shuleys were going up, like Shuley 1, Shuley 2.
Yes, and he thought that he thinks that Mike Morse is Jackie Martling. That was great.
Right.
He still, I think, to this day.
Yeah, I was on for maybe like a half a minute, just
Yeah, I see a couple people floating around the background, and then they're holding up the Palestinian flag behind them. They were doing all kind of shit. So that was a lot of fun.
That was such a fun night. And then again, when all the guys, including Perry, closing the show in Pottstown, it was such a great night. And I actually got to interview him right after that, like when he left the stage after he was on.
Did you?
It's a good little backstage interview, but we haven't really shown it yet, so maybe we'll show it down the road.
I was going to say, I was wondering why it wasn't striking a nerve because I'm up on most things, but it's not too crazy that something might get by me. But the only kind of backstage video we saw was kind of like I think Vince the lawyer was backstage or something.
Right, right.
I played a little bit of that video, but yeah, so it was kind of fun seeing him live and seeing his reaction to being on stage live, and his people. They kind of reminded you of the old Stern fans. They were like just so wound up the whole night, weren't they?
I almost never seen anything like that. It was amazing. They were so into it. Perry's going and Perry's doing his things, and people are screaming at him, "Get him, Perry! Get him!" Like they're just, like half of them weren't even sitting down.
But
they're on their feet. It was something else.
Yeah, I will say it was a very interesting, like outside meeting them on the parking lot. The Perry people, I mean, our people are cool too, but the Perry people were just so cool to me. Like,
oh yeah,
as soon as you got out of the vehicle, they're like, "Perry Caravello live, you here for Perry for life," and they were just so ready to pull you in. Matter of fact, I like tailgated with a couple of them and just hung out. I mean, they were just so excited to see Perry live, and they were pre-gamers. So by the time the show started, Don, remember that one side that they just wouldn't shut up for nothing.
Yes. Oh, I know. Yeah.
All of his fans. So that was a great experience, and I don't have it in here, but I did get a picture taken with Perry. I wasn't even intending to. Like, he stayed around like a half hour after the show, and I just happened to be right there when they set up the raft and him and Bob was in to take the pictures.
Actually, they couldn't get him over. I actually had to run over and help them push him over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it was kind of just haphazard how they threw together a little photo shoot.
Video of that again, yeah.
Yeah.
It was such a great time.
Stormy, I see that you have something for me backstage.
Yeah, Levy's live, and I was you'll see what I did.
Oh shit! Well, let's play it. How dare Bob run against me? What's wrong with him? He knows that this is my day. Let's add this here. Shout out, Bob.
Stormy 49 Bob Levy going against Bobby Friend. But he went on at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. The fuck is he doing? A fucking marathon? Fuck. What's up, Stormy?
Hey, Bob.
He wasn't 13.
Awesome, Stormy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See? Stormy's always out there. She's always got her, ear to what's going on out there and acting out and doing stuff like that was cool. He was like, he went on 11. What's he doing? What's he doing? A fucking marathon? I told Andy before the show, guys, and you guys know this, obviously, because you're great enough to sit with me every Monday, is that this show kind of just slowly kind of evolved into like a 3-hour, kind of almost 4-hour radio kind of shift show. So just kind of the way we go, Bob, over here. And shout out to the 31 people that are still in here live, watching BF Live with our special guest, our bro, Andy from Ontario. We're getting ready to start Perry Talk Off, but I wanted to talk a little bit about our experience with Perry up there in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to share a couple little Perry clips with you just off of Twitter, and then I have a couple that I pulled myself. Let's give a little flavor of Perry Caravello this week. This says pizza scam. So let's talk.
Grill.
Never. No.
Or probably a portion because it wouldn't fit.
No.
They want him to cook pizzas on the George Foreman grill.
I
This-
don't have any more fucking pizzas, assholes.
No, you got some the other day. You told me you were getting some.
One was all I got the other day.
Oh. All right, but it's $30.
Huh?
So you're turning down the $30.
Because there is no more pizzas.
Take a picture right now of what's inside your freezer and what's inside your fridge, just to get a visual, just so I can get a visual. A good picture of what's in the refrigerator, what's in the freezer.
There's the pizzas.
Look at the line. Hey, Perry, did you forget that we have the kitchen cam?
Yeah, I realized that I now have 2 pizzas.
Yeah, I think you.
Nobody's touching my pizzas.
Yeah, we knew you had we knew you had pizza, Perry. $30. You would cook a Trader
$30
Joe's
for that.
pizza.
There you go. So I'm always fascinated at what he will and won't do, Andy, and how quickly he changes his mind.
Yeah, it's incredible. Who knows what's going on up there, right?
Yeah. And did you see, I think a couple months ago, they had him, Scott, didn't they had him hide like some frozen pizzas all throughout his place? Like they wanted to put him under his bed, in his credenza, like everywhere.
Yeah, Bob Levy found that one that had mold growing on it.
Yeah. So they'll do stuff like that. So that's something you might go see on Perry Caravello. Let's see. All right, here, like, what this one? Oh, Perry Caravello. I'm going to show you the picture of this. Let me give you a little preview. Where did I put that picture? Should be in my folder. Give him a little promo since I'm talking about him, but I can't find it. Come on. As soon as it comes up. Here we go. Perry Caravello will be coming on today. Since we're talking about Perry, let's give him a little plug. Hang on a second. Little screen share right here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Cancel. Let me give you a little bit of that. Show you his picture tonight so you can see the preview real quick. Try to get.
I like how Bob Levy took a liking to him.
Yeah, they're a great duo. Great duo.
So Perry Caravello, like normally he's only on like Mondays and Fridays typically. This week they're doing something like in the spirit of March Madness called March Matters. Perry Caravello is going to be on every day this week.
Wow.
March Matters from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 8 to what's that 8? Let's say 8, 9, 10, 8 to 11 here on the East Coast. So yeah, Andy, I heard you say, wow, that's not typical for Perry to do shows every day.
No, it's not. That's going to be a treat.
So yeah, rather than, like you said, said that they'll do like those marathon shows that are like 5-6 hours. And it can be a little funny, but they're going to try a mix and see if he can do maybe some like 3-hour shows, maybe 5 3-hour shows. So for our Perry fans, it's going to be a special week this week. Let's see. I had that one for you. I got a couple more clips here of Perry. Let's play this next one I have for you. Screen share. Thanks for setting Bob Levy straight there, Stormy. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. Here's Perry talking about March Matters coming up.
There's no robots that are coming here.
Perry, since you're going to be streaming all week on March Matters, I am going to come over and help you because you need the help. We can't have you getting into low energy mode. So rest your troubled mind. Perry Rowan will be there to help you.
How in the hell do you do that?
Normally he's pissed.
Or is that Garrett that's doing that?
He's just perplexed.
From Florida.
He thinks it's Garrett, is one of his producer guys from Florida.
That's not Garrett. That's AI Robotics, as you just saw. It's a company.
There you go. So that's one of the that's one of the funny media shares you might see while watching Perry Caravello. So yeah, I have Perry Robovello. I thought that was pretty funny. I just love the new ways that people come up with to antagonize him. And one of the cool ways they antagonize him is that they feature his band based on his credenza called Black Magic Credenza. So everybody wants a shot at Perry's credenza. But in the meantime, somebody started a band called Black Magic Credenza. And here's one of their songs, especially for Perry. Let's go, Scott.
And holding hands.
And holding hands.
And holding hands. And holding hands. Perry's a big man, he loves the way it smells.
He loves the way he smells. Dong's out. Dong's out. There you go. Stupid. That's classic Perry right there.
Yeah.
He didn't like the black magic. He don't like black magic credenza too much. Let's see.
He's so great.
All right. I'm just so I'm always fascinated about the messages he takes seriously and the ones he gets angry at, Andy, and how they'll come one after another with the same voice and how he'll have a different reaction for each one. So let me check here in my live folder here. I'll pull up a video. I got a couple clips. I want to give you an example about how Perry's attitude can change about these media shares and some of these messages coming in, depending on who he thinks the message is from. So check out this one. This one is a clip I like to share where he thinks, oh, is that right? No, that's the wrong thing. Hang on. So share video file. Here we go. Let's go here. Here we go. Pick clip number 1. This is Perry clip number 1. Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston, okay.
Wait a minute. Let me give you some context for this costume.
Yeah.
So they do crowdfunding. They do crowdsource bits where they'll Jim from PCL. What's up, Jim? Bones up, brother. Jim PCL, who's been fired more times than I can remember from Perry Caravel Alive. Well, he works in the background and he gets up the money for these crowdfunded bits. So the crowdfunded bit this week, du jour, was let's put Perry in a sexy cop outfit. So Perry is rocking a sexy cop outfit through crowdfunding, and he goes through reading some of his mail, and here's what happens after that.
Baby, I saw you running low on Vaseline. Oh, boy. So I got you this tube as a replacement. Do you still have the moose knuckle? Moose knuckle. Where'd the moose knuckle go? No, I don't. or is it over?
I know. That's like a clip almost, right? Where did the moose knuckle go?
Moose knuckle. Wait, it might be. There it is. There's the
watch
moose
this.
knuckle.
Look at that. He's still up in that fucking outfit.
Moose knuckle. Let's see. Can you show it to me? Here's the moose knuckle, girl.
What would you do with that, Scott?
Okay. Can you show it? Can you shove it deep in my gaping asshole? And I shove it in yours. You'll never be able to put it in mine. That's for sure. From Jennifer Aniston. So I'll put this back over there.
There you go. So that's clip number 1 I have for you. Yeah. So because it was from Jennifer Aniston, he had no problem. He had no problem with it. He thought it was legit. Thought it was real. He's good with it.
I like sometimes when he sometimes he knows that it's not a real person, but he wants to believe it so much he'll talk himself into it.
You're right, and that's what I think is fascinating too, guys. You're right, and that's why I like the fact that as long as you say it's from Gina or from Jennifer Aniston, he'll take the same voice much kindly. But if it's a guy or the next clip, you'll have to you get a different reaction at him, Scott. Yeah, and it's funny how he picks and chooses what he chooses to believe. All right, and I got a clip number 2 for you right here. Let's see a little more fun antics out of Perry. This one just talks up his March Matters coming up this week a little bit. So here's a little more preview about what Perry's going to be up to this week.
Hey, Perry, Zach here from Jersey. I'm excited for next week's five shows in 5 days. Hope you have a great show today, buddy, and party on. Zach Hoffman, thank you for being respectful, and thank you for the kind remark. Thank you. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you guys starting Monday at 5 p.m. 5 to 8. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 to 8. Right here on Perry Caravello Live. All right.
Thanks
there you
for
go.
the shots, Perry.
Yeah, there you go. So there's little clip number 2 I had for you right there. So yeah, that's just Perry kind of telling everybody what's going to be happening this week. You can see him every day this week. So look for Perry every day this week. Let's see what I got. Another clip I want to share right here, right quick. I think I have a third clip. This will be the end of our segment. Okay, so this clip here is the culmination of the crowd crowdfunding thing. Perry always has to do like one big kind of bit at the end of the show. So this was the big bit that they kind of did to satisfy their crowdfunding requirement.
Okay, yeah, get the bear and put it outside. We're gonna go on the patio.
That looks weird right there.
Look at this. She stood up.
Oh my god.
There's a shot for you. Look at all that man meat. Perry is a man made for men.
Lightsaber.
Somebody has to go in. I revoke your license to bear arms. That's
all right. I like all the new I like all the new
so put the
the
bear
cameras,
like
Andy,
in the
right?
corner or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen this angle yet. This is great.
You know, you'll catch it doing something. Give me a test 1, 2. I want to see how this camera out here sounds.
Test.
It's not bad. All right, so leave the bear there, and now you back out. You come back. You go out of the apartment, and you see it like urinating there, and you go like, hey, hey, bear guy. This is not a piss and shit patio. You are under arrest. You have your handcuffs and the moose knuckle.
Here's the moose knuckle. Here's the handcuffs.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to the bear. You're gonna say, "Hey, what are you doing here? That's illegal." And then you're gonna bust him. You're gonna aggressively frisk him in all private areas. You got any weapons? I'm gonna check you for weapons. And then you're gonna handcuff him and then hit him with the moose knuckle. Basically, it's gonna be like police brutality, but on a bear. And then I'll come back and I'll remind you of things. Any questions before you go into this?
Thanks, Terry.
Not really. The bear looks like he's either making love to that little statue or.
Okay, so when I say action, go for it. Okay, you're gonna bust the bear, frisk the bear, cuff the bear, beat the bear, and then and then you're gonna say the lines into the patio camera. Okay, action.
Hey! What are you doing over here? Hey! Get over here. What piece of shit patio, you scumbag?
He's outside in the daylight doing this shit.
Imagine walking by on the sidewalk and see that.
Yeah. Now he's a
smart ass.
Now he's got a bear and a moose knuckle, and he's standing in that fucking outfit outside.
Let's see where this is going.
Oh boy.
Weapons on you, huh?
Uh-oh. Is he? What's he? Wait a minute. At first, I definitely thought he was going to like do something, Scott. Like, Look, he's lining it up. Perry, what are you going to do to this poor bear?
He's gonna cuff him.
I thought he got close there.
Yeah, don't lean into it.
Say Kenna will be against you in a court of law. Right to the attorney.
Thanks, Terry.
All right, Perry, I think he's getting a little frisky. You might have to handle him with the.
I'm throwing up links in chats while we watch this extended Perry clip.
Hang on. Almost there.
Check out the link Stormy's putting in there for Retree soap for her candle and for Scott's candle.
Hey, you're cuffed. Talking shit, you scumbag.
No.
Talking shit again.
Look, Scotty's got the moose knuckle. That ain't what I thought he was going to do with the moose knuckle.
This guy over here.
All right, now Perry, very good. Now look into don't throw the bear. Keep the bear. And now look right into the camera. Look right into the camera.
What does it say? Woke on his
Woke
chest?
Look right into the camera.
Yeah.
And you're gonna give your cheesy lines, okay?
He's got that moose knuckle in his mouth.
I'll give it to you. Here.
Right.
This is what this guy does for money.
The only thing delivered today over here is justice.
Watch how he delivers it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cars going
You
by.
ain't going on the mountains either. Mountains ain't for you. You hear?
Bear's taking it well.
This mountain's gonna be in use, dirtbag.
There you go. And what else? What can you say about that?
Wow.
But that was our little Perry segment today for Perry. There's nobody like him. So if you like crazy antics like that, and you want to pay for have Perry do certain things, catch him today and every day this week at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. East for Perry Caravello Live. I'll be in the chat before I do the Shawnee Show tonight. But for now, that was a little bit of a segment I like to call Perry Talk.
Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk.
We hope you enjoyed that Perry Talk segment and everything you saw here on BF Live today. I want to thank Andy from Ontario, producer for the Shyt Network, and a bro for joining us here on BF Live today. I also want to thank Bobby, Nick Havens, Stormy, and Scott Fitzpatrick. As always, thanks for everything that you guys do. Stormy, I know this is normally your time to check out because you got some kiddos to pick up. So if you want to drop any credits or promos or any plugs, what do you got?
Not necessarily, but we've got no filter, and I don't know exactly what the plan is moving forward because of the things with Jerry. But he says he's doing better, and he's gonna go to the doctor and get some tests ran and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But it won't feel right continuing with that, I don't think, from this point forward. But I don't know what we're gonna do really.
Well, best wishes to our friend Jerry Shepadini. We hope you get well soon, bro, and you're back with the crew. But you can catch Stormy and Scott and Bobby Nick on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on No Filter with Andrew and Friends on the No Filter with Andrew and Friends show and channel. And also subscribe to my buddy Andrew's channel. He has another channel called Andrew the Giant 96. He also has. And if you could subscribe to that, I know he would certainly appreciate it. So there you go.
Yep. So
thank you, Stormy, for joining us. And if you're off for the day, have a great day and a great rest of the week. And I'll be talking to you online as normal. Take care and have a good one.
All right. See you guys later.
All right. Thanks for checking in.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, we're going to take the rest of the time and go through the chats and everything. I also want to thank our bro Andy from Ontario for being here, bro. This is really good, bro, because I feel like I've known you in a way because you listen to people through radio like we feel we know everybody else. But I'm glad you're here today just to hang out as a bro and to kind of fill in the blanks. And you really told us some new, cool, interesting stuff that nobody knew about you. So I want to give you props because you and Frog do a lot of hard work at the Shyt Network. And I think a lot of people really know you because you're always in the background. So I wanted to bring you out to the front today. So thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I had a great time. I'm a big fan of yours. You know that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support early on when I decided that I was going to take a chance and jump into this. It was really nice to have somebody like you going, oh, hey, BF, I see what you're doing. I support it. So, it won't be too long before I'm seeing my friend right here, Andy, tonight, because he'll be producing the Shawnee Zone, episode 6. So you can catch up with me and Andy tonight on the Shyt Network on the main channel with our great friend Shawnee for the Shawnee Zone. We're going to be talking about chemtrails and all kind of other crazy stuff tonight. So catch us for that. So you're welcome to stay around even if you want to more, but I'm going to go through these chats just because I know Scott likes it and I like to give acknowledgement for all these people. So you can sit through this if you like, or you can go if you want. It's up to you, brother. But thanks for being here, Andy from Ontario. This is really cool, bro.
I may have to leave in a few minutes, but I'll stick around for a couple more minutes.
All right, well, let's see how many we can get through. And if you got to, just
hey, Andy, can I ask you one question? I keep on hearing the Miserable Man's coming back, and then that date comes, it's no sign of it. Then again, I hear it, and that date comes, and no sign of it. Is it ever coming back? I missed that show.
I'll say yes, it is coming back. It's mainly a scheduling situation with Mark Burns.
Yeah.
He has a very busy life. His life actually just got more busier recently.
Wow.
He's playing all the time. He's doing really well music-wise. I think he just left a job he had for a long time to pursue something else. So right in the middle of that. But yeah, we've tried to schedule him a couple different times and then just didn't work out. But yeah, we definitely want to have Miserable Men again. Such a great show, and Mark Burns is amazing. He's such a talented guy.
Funny guy, great laugh. I love how he helped pull me in with the chat. He was like, "Did you see what Bobby Frank said this?" But he laughed. But to make somebody that like laugh like that, it's a drug. Like me and Scott talk about it. I'm sure you experience the same thing when you make Bob laugh. When you make these guys laugh, it's like a treat, man. It's really something. And so when you get Mark going with that great cackle and that laugh of his, that's like an extra reward you get.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic.
Mark's a great dude, so we hope to see him back. But that's a great question, Bobby, Nick, because I know we were big fans of Miserable Men too. I love hanging out with those guys and seeing Lenny from Long Island, even though Lenny could be annoying sometimes. Lenny, was funny on there too. So let's see, what do we got? We got some of these old comments. Space Chief got it out. Let's see. Let's catch up on these. Hi, Scott from Wendy. There you go. We're back a little bit. We're definitely back a little bit. We're like way behind. Let's see. Wow, Hack Ride. So much work to play clips. Yes, when Stormy told me that I wasn't going to catch up, I decided I better if I want the show to end today, that I better get some other stuff. Happy birthday, Terry Nee from Cut to the Jib. He's got graffiti blood. See if we can get the context of these after the fact. Thanks, Christopher. Yes, you remember when you were 3 years old? Yep. Somebody asked you this. Do you know the origin of this one right here? Is this like a Canadian question?
I'm not sure if that's Canadian.
I thought maybe you guys had something.
To me.
Yeah, right. I thought maybe there was some kind of weird Canadian code going on there. Metric system shit. Mensa level.
2841, the right answer?
I don't know. Let's see. Carry one. I don't know. Look at this. Here's a throwback. We're talking about Potsdam. My poster.
Yeah, I made those too. Yeah.
Hey, where's my poster? I'm Terry Nee, O2 posters. Another great friend that I got to meet for the first time in person up there in Potsdam. Terry Nee.
Is it really Terry's birthday?
We don't know anymore.
I never know, right? I know.
Every day is Terry's birthday.
Scott's got blowers, so it must be. Look, Scott's got party hat and horns.
There you go. There you go.
It has to be. If he's got all that, it has to be. Yeah. So
happy birthday, Terry Nee.
There you go. It was funny meeting Terry Nee up there. The way I met him,
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was there. I get a shot that like over my shoulder in the crowd, and it's like off of Terry Nee's Twitter, and I was like, bro, are you here? And he was like, yeah. So we eventually hooked up, and that was the first time I've ever seen Terry Nee in public, and I haven't doxed him, so you can trust me with that.
Yeah, same here.
He's O2 posters. Let's see.
I was surprised to see that he actually looks like a goddamn bird.
That's right. There's pictures I shared.
Avatar.
There's an actual bird. Sean, the can of peanuts didn't have an address. Okay. Mr. Doodle invented billboards. Wow, that was Andy. Excellent. There you go. So you're getting some props from some stuff we were showing.
Thank you, brother.
Showing and saying. So there you go. Cowboy Family. MCF After Dark was checking in. I'm sorry I didn't get to these sooner, but I can either do just a dedicated chat show or we can do our bits, our segments, and talk to our great friend. So I decided I would split it up a little different today. MCF After Dark. So I'm sorry I didn't catch up on these sooner. Can Mr. Doodle be in charge of gathering likes for the rest of the show? Let's go. Do what Mr. Doodle and Scott says. Please hit that like button. I know you're here and I know you like me, but it helps YouTube recognize that. So thank you. The main late night account. Okay. Hello, Wendy. Andy looked like BF. Oh, one of those pictures. I look like you. Did we look together for a time? Let's see. Wendy is saying hi. MCF After Dark says, Wendy, thanks for jumping in my panel the other night. It was fantastic the way you handled business on my channel. So there you go. Wendy is a pro. You're always going to get a pro out of her. At Wendy, MCF was proud of how you handled yourself. Absolutely. Very good. Welcome. Chalino says, didn't Bob throw a full beer can at his head?
That's Sequoia's head, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, right.
I remember Bob throwing things. I didn't remember necessarily a full beer can, but that's not out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, and then Bob needed... Then he needed the dentist that time. I need a dentist. It was like a whole thing. Yup. MCF After Dark says. Yes. Boom. Thank you, Wendy. Stormy says, you're welcome, Wendy. People underestimate you. You are a queen. Absolutely. MCF says, been listening to Howard Stern full time since the early mid 90s. Well, there you go. I've kind of backed off just recently when the show kind of changed a little bit, Andy. Like, it's weird. I do watch some videos and I try to catch up now, but it definitely seems like the thing that Howard always poo-pooed in that it's a podcast now. Like his show is effectively a podcast now.
It is.
Literally.
You got You got people at different locations. You don't have that vibe, that whole in-studio vibe when those guys were.
It's dead.
Right, Bobby?
It's yeah, you know, like that was the fun thing about it. Even in the woke era, you know, people in studio and something happens in the back, it comes on air, you know, and
That's right.
now that's gone. It's just gone.
You don't have that factory back there. Yeah, and Andy alluded to it all the time, that term organic, and that's where all that organic shit happened. Those guys just living life and going there and grinding against each other and overhearing something about how somebody's weekend went or how they handled something, and it would just turn into like an extended bit on the air, right, Andy?
Yeah, some of the best parts of the show is just the in-house fighting.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's right. Stormy. Let's go. Brandon, wait a minute. Let's see. The cut of the jib. Johnny Drama is like me at times. He is an old guy who is kind of wacky. Love Johnny, but Aries' insults towards Lloyd are the best. There you go. There's lots of references right there.
Entourage. Love it.
Okay. FDT. Oh, hey, wait a minute. MCF, you juice monk. All right, we got a lot of code talking here. Yeah, Doug Ellen is a good guy. I have talked to him a few times. Says cut.
Yeah, he's great with fans. He really is.
Awesome. Queenie, back to the ocean with you. All right, they'll throw you back in the ocean. I don't know, Queen. I don't know what you've done over there. Back to the MCF After Dark. You would be able to converse with these guys sometimes about it if they are all Stern fans. Yeah, we love old Stern fans. Love talking about all the old great days and memories, because I don't remember everything, but I like when I'm talking to like guys like you and Scott or whatever, and you'll kind of remind me of, and then this happened and then that happened.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
Connolly, however,
our collective memories get everything going, you know, like
yeah, you're right, Bob and Nick. For sure, Stormy. Love discussing the Howard Stern show. Well, that's great. I'm glad you guys are enjoying us today, hopefully. Beat humbled the Sheik. I humbled you. Who me? Beat was the best. Let's see. Did you ever watch Kenny versus Spenny?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched it yet, and I've meant to for years. Now I barely have time to watch anything, but I do plan on watching it. It does look good.
That is tough. When we have to make these. I thought Kenny and Spenny have been brought up, Bobby Nick. I understand that's like a Canadian thing, and I know you were asked that question. In the past,
they've been around for years too. Probably the last thing I watched Canadian wise would have been Trailer Park Boys, which is a phenomenal show.
I think that was another one of your kind of favorites or one you were familiar with, right, Bobby Nick?
Yeah. Well.
There you go. So there you go. Stormy says, MCF After Dark, we can set something up in the future. That would be awesome. Yeah, come on, man. Let's hang out. Let's talk some Stern shit, man. Or is it chic? Whatever Chelino says. Alice 108, she was back. MCF, Stormy, there's all some love going out. Billy John, blah, 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 blah. Black guy skateboarder. Wait a minute, who's that? Black guy skateboarder. I didn't write that bit. Shuli is shorter than Ronnie and looking smug as ever. Hey. All right, there you go. Hello, Chelino. Andy walks into the Big Brother house like,
oh, hey, guys.
There you go. I forgot to give you that one live. Chelino, you can tell it's Shuli. He has smug lines coming off of him instead of stink lines. It's so funny, these perceptions. I think it's funny to me, Andy, because I like to think for whatever level we think we know people from being these radio fans, and I think a lot of us Stern fans really think this way. I really admire Shuli for not only his comedic ability, but the way he handled the Whack Pack and his sincerity to this day in dealing with the Whack Pack. That's the thing that kind of let me know that Shuli was a good guy. When you hear Shuli privately and not really talking about it until after the fact, having Eric the actor, High Pitch Eric over his house for Thanksgiving and having different members of the Whack Pack that he knew wasn't going to have a family situation. I mean, that's going above and beyond your Call of Duty. That's like bringing them into your personal life, literally, and then bringing them into your holidays. So, I think if you're dealing with somebody like that cares enough to make that part of his personal life to where he's going to include it with his wife and his family, to me, that says a lot about any person's character. And so that's the kind of stuff I remember and think of when I think about Shuli. So all these people that kind of know him after the fact as being a comedian, or they maybe think he is or isn't funny, or he is what Kevin says or what other people says. Right. I think the people that really have known him for a long time kind of really know a little bit better. I used to spam TMZ with Mars stuff to no avail, and now he does it on our shows. Okay. Wendy, I'm still in all of you. Cannot wait to be on another panel with you sometime. You are awesome. There you go. And that's from your friend 28 Alex 333. Yes, Stormy, we would love to talk Howard on here. Well, come on, MCF After Dark. You know, Stormy is awesome in that she makes friends, and she's out here in this world faster than I can keep up. But I see all these names and I see all these cool people, and I know if Stormy brings them in, that there's probably we probably have a lot in common. So I would love the opportunity to hook up with some of you guys and let's talk about some shit we like. Thank you. Me too, says Wendy. MCF After Dark. Awesome. We'll get together on something. I went to the Killers of Comedy tour in Tampa back in 2007. MCF After Dark. So nice. I bet that was nice. I don't know. I caught some, but I go back way back with Stern, and they came here to a local club we have, Andy, and back in the 90s probably, called Hammerjacks. It was a rock club. Like when all the guys were done doing their tour, their concert, they would come and play some late night gigs in this place called Hammerjacks. And Howard Stern and the whole crew, Gary and all them, came through one time doing like a wet t-shirt contest, or they were doing the Miss Howard Stern. They were looking for like the next Miss Howard Stern. And so that was a wild time. I remember having a hard time getting in the door for that one. That was so crazy.
And was Howard there himself?
Howard was not. This was when Gary and all the guys were. He was kind of like
that's great though.
Sending them out. It was it was like Gary and all the kind of the normal guys. Kate Leno never not funny. That's right. That's right. Yes, Kate Leno is funnier than Kate or Jay Leno. I think good combination. At Wendy, we can set something up again that is more chill. Maybe if you want sometimes with MCF. All right, maybe plan that later. Maybe Bobby. All right. Excellent. Yeah, I'm glad to see all these great comments and participation. I'm glad everybody's enjoying the show today. Hello, Alice from MCF After Dark. I want to give everybody a chance to get their chat up here. DD has a heart out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe just happy to see you. Maybe it's a hard on. I've given, look, just to lest anyone think, I gave Andy lots of opportunities to get out of here. I told you, because I have a bad habit of keeping people around too long. I famously did it with Husey and some others. So I said, Andy, you good from 1 to 1:30? He goes, no, BF. I want to be here the whole time. My dude was here when I came in the studio this morning. So I could tell he's really excited about being here. And it means a lot to me that you're here. Thanks,
Having
man.
a great time.
Great, man. Thanks. He's needed at Levyvorce. Wait a minute. Is that like the German? The Levyvorce.
I actually am needed in a couple minutes.
All right, cool. Well, anytime you need to go, bro. I missed the rabbit hole. Let's see. Yes, that would be cool, Stormy. Let's get through this a little faster. MCF After Dark. Wendy, next time you come over, MCF After Dark, less people on the panel, we get that. Space Chief, that's a great bro. Space Chief 75. A great artist, and another guy that kind of like us, Andy, in that he's expressing himself, and these guys recognize his talent, and he's getting some recognition for it.
Such a unique and great artist. Space Chief is amazing. Great.
Check out Space Chief. Yeah, check him out on Twitter if you need to commission something. He made our replayable shirts and makes a lot of artwork for all of our shows. Thank you. No problem. Stormy's throwing up links for the Shuli Network. That's where you can find Andy and us tonight. Medallion's disease. Chemtrails are not an issue. All depends on where you live. I don't know. You got people spraying some shit over my house. Maybe it's not an issue for you, but where I live, they spraying some shit. And we can have a discussion or a debate about whether you think it's right or wrong, whether you think it's nefarious, whether you think that it's good things or not, or if they're cloud seeding, what have you. I mean, we can have a debate about what they're doing, but we will have no debate about if it's going on or not, because it's going on. And we will have many examples of it tonight. Implants under shin crawly maggoty creatures. Okay, very good. Oh, hey, Bobby. What's up? That's you, Bobby. Oh, that's you. Oh, that's Wendy. That's Buddy. Famously known as Buddy.
Yeah.
Look, here comes the love for Bobby Nick when you popped in. Hello, Bobby Nick. Hey, Bobby. It was crazy. Wendy handled her business. Wendy is a pro. Sure did, MCF. Yes, I did, she says. In a very humble way. Bedoodler 100s. Stormy sharing the links for our other friends. Go check them out. MCF After Dark. Catch them. Did Nikki set her sister straight? CK1 was helping Nikki in the background. I told them too they better get along. I have Bobby Nick puppets and Stormy puppets. Wait a minute. All right. Much love to Stormy from MCF After Dark. Alice says, Wendy made me fall in love with her. She definitely knows how to handle herself. See, there's somebody that's figured out Wendy. MCF After Dark is something you have to catch live. It gets a little wild. The shows are deleted afterwards. Yeah, so catch them all live. She gets wild. Yes, I do. She says she agrees. One twin died, I heard. Okay. Oh, yeah, one of the Jesus twins we're talking about. Yep. Bob Levy is not right now. Live stream. Wait a minute. Wendy, Stormy already took care of that. Andy's way more interesting now than he was yesterday. Great stories. Well, then I've done my job. I've done my job then. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. A very talented multi-man. Wait a minute. You had words mixed up there. Yes, he is a multi-man. Bobby Nick, why did Jake Hudson say you owed him 3 Bitcoins? I don't know, Bobby Nick.
Jake Hudson thinks that everybody owes him.
That is true. Him and Wendy were settling some scores in here earlier about with Hack Rod. No. Yes.
Hey, a quick thought before I go.
Yes.
Out of all the people that I've produced shows for, many people I haven't mentioned, some we have, but out of all the hosts and all the guests, Jake Hudson is the hardest to produce. And I love you, Jake. I love you. Buddy. When he would come on the show, right? Because all of a sudden he's starting to say what the chat's saying. So we're looking for the chat to put up that he's reading. And then his sound effects, like it's a whole thing. He always have you jumping from here to here. You're like, holy shit. I'm trying to produce the show.
Yes, it's very much the same wherever he goes. And but it is it's really like going through like kind of training, Andy, because if you can handle Jake, you can pretty much handle anything on the fly.
Yeah, I think
you read my mind.
You really can. Jake famously comes in here every week, and I say Jake always adds an hour to my show, and so he's learned how to take that the right way. That Jake is fun and Jake is a handful, but Jake will extend whatever show he's part of.
Yeah,
but it's usually in a good, fun way. So we love Jake. So that's a good observation about Jake. Let's see. That was hilarious. Stormy catching up with Bob. Finding a pizza in your couch is better than finding a quarter. Says Matt. What's up, Bones up, buddy? We'll look for more of them pizzas later. PCL gang rise. He's just impressed. Let's see. Men holding glands. BMC checking in. Dream Man. Did you guys see the 70s or 80s greatest hits Perry style? I have not seen that. I've seen they've been putting up some premieres of some past shows. I saw the Denny's Blue Light show that they showed the other day, but I haven't seen that one, Matt. Did you hear about 92? Wait a minute. Stop it. Something about Randy and something. RC. I'm aroused, says Terry Nee. Okay.
And I assume everyone's seen Windy City Heat.
I have.
Oh, yes.
We can go around, Scott.
Yeah, I have. Not till after, well after.
That's a good.
Yeah, exactly. Same with me. But yeah, I know. No Filter. We went and we watched it on Rumble. We did a Rumble show. We watched it, and it was really good.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, Andy. So now that you brought it up, bro, what was your impressions of that since you brought it up?
I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was great.
Are you like myself and some of these guys where I didn't see it until after the fact? I didn't see it first, and then I took Noah and Perry from this world, and then I went back and watched it.
Yeah. I hadn't seen it until I guess 2022. Actually, I saw it, and then within the week, I was when I was in Hollywood. I was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Obviously, audience member. But, it was funny seeing him like just within a week after that because it was Jimmy Kimmel and his other guy.
Right.
That helped.
I like seeing it kind of in the order that I saw it in because we know Perry for what he is now. So then part of me was like, well, wow, has Perry like diminished over the years or has he always been like this?
That's
so
right.
So if you go back and watch it, it really puts today's stuff in context because you're like, oh wow, this dude, this is an actor a bit. He's always been like this.
Yeah,
but I thought it was a tremendous premise or like it's basically just a gag, basically Jimmy Kimmel and his buddies, right?
Yeah. It seems like Perry has always been Perry.
Yes. My favorite scene is when he didn't want to do the stunts and the next scene to come up is the sex scene and they said, no, you're not getting with this. You're not doing the porn scene. We're going to do real live sex, but you can't do it because you said you didn't want to do stunts.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. Like, son of a bitch.
I like that and Bobcat Goldthwait with the megaphone. You always
Oh,
have to
yeah.
talk into it. The director.
Yes. Hey,
If you
everywhere.
weren't shooting, you still talking.
Everywhere, yes.
Yeah.
You talk to it all the time. Yeah, and there's some good cameos in there of some people that are now more well known. Let's see. I'm aroused. We got that one. Let's see. You can take care of that later. God no, please. Let's see. This makes me glad I lost weight. Must have been watching that outfit. Perry's acting chops are stuttering John worthy. There's the link for Perry Caravella Live. The link tree. Take care, Bobby, Nick, Stormy, Scott, and BF. Well, thanks, Buckshot. I'm sorry I missed it earlier. Brownstown's checking in. That's another bro checking in on the shows. We see him on Sports Heads a lot. It's me and my back. I'm back, my dudes. Andy knew us all before he met us. Did you? Okay. I knew you all before I met you. Howard did e-shows from 94 until 2005, says Jerry Lahane. They were fun. Just watch those marathons. They'd be up all late at night, and they would just play them all night long. They would let them play. Gimme Beso says South by Southwest is going on in Austin, and I'm still recovering from surgery. If any BF heads are here, but come on. Shout out. Andy, check out Andy Dick on Billy John show. Andy Dick, that's a train wreck. That's, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with the Billy John show.
Me neither, but I remember him when, I mean, he's constantly been deteriorating, but him doing the famous shed shows, living in the shed.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, living it.
Yeah, Andy, I was wanted to ask you. You know, I'm also Canadian, so I know that I didn't get into Stern until later on because he just was not on. You know, how did you manage to get into Stern?
I talked about that earlier, but I know you weren't here. But,
kind of did.
It was generally I didn't hear him on the radio till he was here in Canada back in 97. So that was my first time I got to listen, and like I said, the very first show I was hooked. I completely hooked. I loved their format. I love what they're doing. Just Howard himself, you know, the players. It was such a great show. I mean, unreal.
Yeah.
I just started working at this plant too, so it was a great way to get through the day.
Yes.
You know, the mornings. Yeah.
Yep. But Bobby Nick, just like I famously, I remember about Canadians having issues picking up Howard Stern. Like when we talked about when it was first syndicated, Canada had that system where they can tell what's on your station and all. I don't know if that's necessarily connected, but they didn't like the things he was saying. He was kind of taken off the air pretty quickly when he first got up into Canada. Was my recollection.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I never even heard him on the radio in Canada on terrestrial radio anyway, because you know I'm in Alberta. Andy though, you know they did have a chance to be on radio stations in Ontario though, but yeah, Alberta we never got him until Sirius.
Oh shit.
All right, Scott. Well, we're almost there. Scott Fitzpatrick says, if you don't stop with the crosstalk, we will never get out of here. All right, we're about to pull this train to station, Scott, because we're almost at the end of the line. Thanks for staying the extended amount of time today, Andy. The entire show, bro. I really appreciate you and really appreciate getting to know you better this way. Wendy called me, but last night, so I know she loves me. Okay. And my sister Kathy's laughing at Scott. Nimrod says, Wendy called me a cunt last night, so I know she loves me. Okay. Sean Briggle says, you guys should sing the Hoser Brothers theme song. Colo Coco. Oh. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Take off, you hoser. Hey, Bob and Doug McKenzie, eh? There's Lou, right? He says the loser. And Scott, we're finally at our last one. Howard Stern was on Q107. Well, guys, that is it. That is it. We're going to call this a show for the day. It is 26 minutes after the 3 o'clock hour here on the East Coast of the United States of America. You are watching. Shout out to the 30 people. It's been steady 30. We had as many as 47 people in here, and that was probably due to the fact that we had our great friend Andy from Ontario, our bro and producer from the Shuley Network, as our guest the entire show today, bro. Thank you very much for being here. Let me give you a minute and give us any last words or plugs you got there, brother. Andy, thanks for being here.
Sure. Well, for myself, you can follow me, Andy from Ontario, whether it's Twitter, YouTube, or Google. I'm mainly here to promote, obviously, our shows on the Shuley Network, the BS Show every morning, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. The Uncle Rico Show as well. We're kind of mixing it up a little bit, time frames, anywhere either 4 o'clock or 8, 9 o'clock show. But yeah, I'm just here to promote the guys, and we have an amazing time. We always laugh, and that's what our podcasts are about. And I think that's why we're doing so well and we're so successful. So tune in, guys. We'll be around every day for you.
Awesome. Thank you. You know it. It's all about having fun, though. So when it gets all serious and everything, I try to pull back and remember this is all about having fun. It's not about the drama.
right.
So thanks, Andy, for being here, bro. You're a great, talented friend and podcast bro. And I will be seeing you really soon for the Shawnee Zone tonight at 9 p.m. East with our boy Shawnee. Some might know as High Register Shawnee, and he famously produces that show, or maybe not so famously, produces that show for us. So we appreciate your help with that and everything you do. Thanks for being here. And Scott Fitzpatrick, my bro, thanks for always being here and helping me with BF Live. Where are you going to be, brother?
Right on. Be No Filter back on Tuesday, I believe. And and since I missed Sunday, I overslept by 4 hours. Let me plug the guitar guys on the Cut of the Jib channel.
Oops.
Sorry I missed it, guys.
Yeah. That's what I say. I'll tell Jib, don't take that personally because it just happened a couple of weeks ago and you kind of joined the show late. So it does happen from time to time. I mean, Scott, so for a while there, you were doing like a podcast every day of the week, right?
Yeah, it slowed down a little bit for me, and I sure have slept a lot.
Scott, you have to forgive Scott. He's just catching up on some sleep. And as always, I'd like to thank my friend Bobby Nick here, who I'd like to give him a chance to say goodbye and give some plugs. Everybody got, brother?
Yeah, you can check me out on No Filter with Andrew and Friends with Stormy, Scott, and all the other guys. And also check me out on Twitch. If you see under my name, there's my Twitch channel. And yeah, you know, I do a music show on there every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So yeah, I'm bringing that back, MTV. So the good MTV era. You know what I'm saying? Played some good old fashioned videos, and yeah, I got another show called The Lunatic Lounge every Monday on the Cut of the Jib channel on YouTube as well. So check all that out, and don't forget BYB podcast as well on YouTube, and right here every Monday as well. So
thank you. I
was like
hope you get your voice back sometime soon, there, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, it's been like a week now. God damn it.
Oh, thanks for the Sports Head plug there. You can catch me every Friday, me and Scott and all the boys on Sports Heads every Friday. Yeah, you talked about MTV, but we're up Canada. You guys had that weird Much Music thing, didn't you? Wasn't that it?
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean,
yeah.
a lot of people say Much Music was better than MTV, but yeah, you know.
Well, there was a time where I could get a little Much Music every now and then, and when MTV stopped playing videos, Much Music still was kind of playing some more videos. So I'll agree with that up to a point, but I won't belabor to this point any longer because it's 3:30 here on the East Coast of the United States. So thanks everybody for being here. Please join us here every Monday to start off your week on a positive note with BF Live and the chat family right here every Monday, at least 12 to 3, sometimes 3:30 or 4 o'clock East, depending on who we have. So for Scott Fitzpatrick, for Bobby Nick Havens, and our great friend and our bro, Andy from Ontario, I want to say peace and love. I want you to have a great day, have a great week, and we'll see you next time we see you right here on BF Live. Bye, y'all.